So, One Punch Man. Oh man.
After the
What?
session,
Yeah, I was about to say because you was about to get me started, bro. You was about to get
after,
me revved the fuck up. I was about to start
after.
about episode 4, but I'll hold back.
All right. Yeah. Save that level of excitement for bashing in phases. Potentially ogre phases. So yeah, that's where you guys left off. All one, two, three, four, five of you guys are standing at the large 20-foot by 12-foot opening of this cave, surrounded by thick wooded areas, grass, and the like.
Why the guy in the background look like Dumbledore?
Because Dumbledore looks like a crusty old white guy, and the guy in the back also looks like a
Just,
crusty old white guy.
I'm just saying. You got a
Can't look like
female.
something you are.
Damn. Got a female Thor and a bitch from Lord of the Rings with Articuno in the background. All right.
I can't with you. Like the fucking king of descriptive conversations.
Very
He
descriptive.
was.
Like if I had to close my eyes and picture what he says, it would be a fucking world in its own.
All you gotta do is just get me drunk and let me talk. And that's it. You have the
We
creation.
don't have to get you drunk.
Just let you talk.
And that's too.
He'll get there.
So, guys,
So what's happening?
you're all standing outside the mouth of this cave. And you see an ogre bathing about like 15, 20 feet inside.
I guess there's no talk in this
So
session.
like,
Yeah,
what is-
definitely.
I'm mostly just waiting for us to actually see this, or is this just something that we're supposed to roll?
No. This is the role playing part. Until you guys say that you want to walk into the cave, and once you walk into the cave, everything will change. But you guys gotta say that you're walking into the cave before I change stuff.
I'd rather say sneak into the cave, just to
Okay.
make sure, because we already see one thing, and ogres are not known to be friendly. So I'm going to assume it's going to be hostile.
Man,
Well-
all we need
well,
is donkey,
you guys-
pussy, and puss in boots. That's
You
it.
guys,
Good.
you guys do know that you're here because you're assuming that. Well, not you're assuming. You know, because Odaro saw the tracks leading into the cave that the villagers hid in this cave.
Oh, well, I mean, they had to get past this, so they're.
I'm gonna put this on my Bluetooth.
I mean, okay, so I personally know they have entered this cave.
Yes.
Did they just sneak past? Can I?
Yo,
Can I look
Tyrone,
to
you
see,
look.
can I look to see if I can see any tracks within the cave?
Within the cave,
Yeah.
like where? What do you? How do you mean? How do you mean within the cave?
Like, can I see one? Like, I see tracks going to the cave. Can I see any tracks inside of said cave entrance?
Yes. You see them. Like you don't see tracks like footprints. You see obvious signs that people that's it, like the tracks that are outside leading towards it continue in. But it's like the floor of it isn't loose dirt. It's like mostly stone. And like really like the dirt that is in there is really packed down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like
I was hoping to see if I could like gauge if they snuck past or if they just walked straight down the middle. Because I'm like, if this guy wasn't a threat, then I don't know.
I mean, right now it looks like he's just taking a bath in some mud.
Okay, it doesn't
That's
mean he's not going to
pretty
get hostile when he sees people.
I'm just letting you know what
yeah,
you
he made
see.
himself
I'm
conscious.
not making any assessments. Just throwing some information out. Throwing out what you see, reminding you of exactly what that is.
I mean, go on. say we say something, because worst case of scenario, we just lose the element of surprise.
So,
And best case, we actually get some information, because he might actually be friendly. Let's find out. What do you think, Dave?
what do I think? First of all, my question is, who's gonna give me a torch? Because I can't see shit.
No,
Second,
you can still see
uh,
the ogre.
Yeah, we're outside.
But-
we're outside.
Yeah, you see the ogre.
Yeah.
You see the ogre bathing. This is something that everybody sees. Everybody sees the ogre bathing in the mud. But that's all you can see. Like you can see. Let me see. Let me get an exact.
we're gonna have to go in there because there's people in there. We assume that that's the cave, that's the people that are in there. So we have to go in there no matter what. The question is how we're gonna get there without being spotted is the question.
I have a question. Can I see if there are any scars or battle wounds in this ogre?
On this ogre,
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
Okay.
That was a good question.
Very good question.
I just click on it, right?
You sure did.
Smart laugh. Smart laugh.
You don't notice any scars because mostly he's covered in mud.
Damn it.
Uh,
Damn it.
His body's covered in mud.
Okay. Does he even speak any type of language? Like, does he speak English?
You don't
We're
know.
allowed to find out? We don't know.
You can sure as hell walk right up to him and ask, "Hey, bro, you speak common?"
Damn.
More than welcome to do just that.
This boils down to are we going to fight or find a way to avoid him?
Like
The
I
only
said,
way I
like I said,
Hmm,
I
go
feel
ahead,
like
Savi.
we should approach. No, I was just gonna say, I feel like we might as well just approach, say hi. It'll go one of two ways: either he actually talks to us and we get through, or he attacks us and we get into combat. Worst case scenario, we lose the element of surprise. Whoop-de-doo.
all right, and if we do get into combat, I would say you and what's her name?
Sistral?
Sistro.
What?
Sistral.
Sistro. Think
Sistro,
minstrel,
alright, bet.
but with this.
That's fucked up. All right, Sistral and your character, Odaro, you guys could play back and shit, and like since she's an archer, she can shoot out his eyes or whatnot, blind him. You can use your transformation and shit, and just go in, and then me and Thaddeus just go tank it. That's how I see
You had
it.
it
If we,
backwards.
Well, the good thing is he has it wrong, but the good thing is most of the time in the battle he draws aggro anyway. And it's
That's
not,
true.
and the chances of me getting hit are very slim due to how much just misty stepped and shit. But
Yeah,
that is a good idea. You have the right idea. You just have the wrong formation.
Yeah, because Thaddeus is a warlock. He's a caster. Me and you are the front line. They're the back.
Bet.
So me and you are gonna approach this ogre and say hi. How does that sound?
okay, but
And then worst
do
case
that.
scenario, y'all two get ready because if he attacks, just shoot him.
Okay. All right. Just to make note, I'm definitely upset with what I saw back in village because PTSD.
Oh yeah.
And
Heavy PTSD.
yes. And I am just soothing Skrillex, the Skrillex. Mind. Okay. But
The
I'm
cat that
hoping
drops fat beats.
Yeah. So just making note. That's what Sistral is doing while she pays attention.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm gonna tell. That's our plan. Me and Dave are gonna approach. Y'all two are gonna stay back. Well, about 30 feet, I want to say, just in case. 40 feet.
Okay. So you guys are gonna walk through this entrance.
Yes. Me and Dave
Okay.
first.
So marching order is Odaro and Marcellus in the front,
Oh god.
next to each other. So that correct? Odaro standing next to Marcellus.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys entering stealthily or just walking straight in?
1 second, Marcus. He's pitching.
So, am I the only one not seeing the diagram right now, or are we all seeing the
Nobody,
same
everybody,
logo?
everybody sees the same thing right now.
Okay, cool. Cause, all right, bet. Just want to make sure.
And back to y'all.
Okay, so my question to the party was: are you guys entering in via stealth, or are you guys just walking through? Like you're gonna walk up and say hello?
Walk up and say hello. Probably not the
First
smartest
say
thing.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right, so a
Which, I
casual
don't know
entrance.
Yeah, I don't know how well this guy can sneak, anyways.
For the record, Walter is with you guys.
All right.
Why?
Because he's melee champion. Although he's not tanky. He's
No. I mean, he's in the party.
Oh,
Like I'll be playing him today. Is what I was.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah, just making sure. Okay, so prepare. You guys have been relocated.
And now we gotta find ourselves.
Yep. And most of you can't see anything because, well, you know.
You're a dick.
No, you guys
Except I
chose to
have
be.
night vision.
You guys chose to be characters that can't see piss. So,
I have night vision, but I still can't see any.
can you let me correct issues?
Okay, hold on. I see
30.
something. Damn, that's an ugly ass ogre plus a goblin. Oh, fuck. Damn. Damn.
Yeah, he sees some things. Can
He
you
look
see
like-
stuff now?
Yo, he look like my mom without no makeup.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
that's messed up. So
I'm her son. I could say that. I
it's
could
still
say that.
messed up.
I can say
That's
that.
You look like my mom with no makeup.
Damn.
Okay,
That's like
so
literally what. That's what I envision when she about to fuck me up. Literally, that's what I see.
oh snap! So I'm gonna
Yeah.
just for those, yeah. So you all walk into the cave, and most of you see a cavern with the ogre. Some of you see a few goblins on sentry. But notice that the goblins don't see you immediately. They're just like standing around, picking their nose, scratching their butts, doing goblin stuff.
Nasty fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, goblins. But Walter and Thaddeus see blackness. They see nothing. But now, since you guys are here, you guys get to decide what exactly it is you want to do. Would you guys like to attempt to light a torch so that you're less
Can I inspect the ones that we said, quote unquote, were? I mean, I can see one here, but barely. Can I see? Does he have a bow, crossbow, anything like that?
you notice, let me see. I gotta see through your eyes first. Okay. Come on, give me your face. There we go. There's your face. For some reason I'm lagging horribly.
Lovely.
Oh, you see the one that's far left, far top left? Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, you can see them clear as day. They're like fiddling around with a dagger. They have a short bow strapped to their back.
Yeah, they're hostile. I'm officially declaring it. These are hostiles, and we are going to either sneak and or ambush.
Well, if we ambush, we got that ogre to worry about because at the end of the day, he's gonna see like, oh, well, they're disrespecting my home and fucking on my kids. And if we sneak, we have to keep close eye on Walter and Thaddeus.
That'll be easy. Just tie them together and then hold a rope or something.
No, they are effectively blinded. They can't actually move their characters.
Wait,
Why?
that's a thing?
Yeah, you're restricted by movement. Your movement is restricted by vision. Like their screens are completely black.
I'm saying they can't be guided.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can guide them, but they see nothing. They can't attack. Like
I don't.
you
But
you would
I'm
have
saying,
to provide them the direct path that they're. You would have to tell me how many squares forward they're moving, how many squares left, right, all that, and when.
It won't. It
like
You'd
won't
I
be
said,
work.
moving them. You'd be moving them like chess pieces.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about
It
this?
will,
Look. I got a plan.
okay.
I'm going in my inventory. I got the where is it? My explorer's pack. I'm gonna give the torch. Well, actually, let me ask Tyrone. Do you have that is? Do you actually have your own set of torches or not?
DM, you gonna have to
Uh,
let me know because you already know it freezes up.
yep.
Does anyone?
He has his own torches.
Cool.
But
So I'm gonna like.
I'm assuming that no one's lighting their own torches until you guys reach a consensus about something.
Mm.
That's the plan. My plan is to have them have it on the ready. I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna go into my bag and grab out some of that hemp cord, the hemp rope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask Thaddeus and what's his face?
Walter.
If it
Walter.
Walter, if it's okay if I tie like let's say by the waist, because I don't want to tie up their wrists. They need their hands.
He needs our
Yeah,
consent.
I'm gonna tie. Yeah, I'm gonna ask if it's I'm gonna telling them that the plan is I'm gonna tie this rope around their waist, and
Getting a
then
little freaky here. I see.
boy, and then I'm just gonna guide them using the rope through the cave.
He-
You just wanted to be freak nasty. That's all you had to
Sure.
say.
That works.
Shit.
You just
But
got.
then
You just have to let me
if
know.
we get it- I'm saying if we get into combat, which will be obvious by any kind of groans, attacks, or just a battle cry, I'm gonna tell Thaddeus to light his torch so he can see and be ready to fight.
Okay.
I have a small question.
And
Sorry.
Yes.
Does Relix have any buffs that we can actually cast on? Because I noticed that Tressums have infra vision and dark vision, etc. Does the Tressum have any buffs that we can cast on Thaddeus and Walter?
I don't believe so. I believe it's.
Yeah, they just have these things for themselves.
Yeah.
For themselves.
Damn it! I was hoping because normally they're wizards familiar, maybe they could do some. Damn it! Okay.
Usually with familiars in D&D, like wizards do stuff through the familiars, not actually letting the familiars do stuff.
Yeah. Did Thaddeus pick up the ability to see through his familiar?
I don't think. Have you cast your familiar yet, or was that like just within the break?
I believe you had asked me what did I want, and then
Did you
we had
decide?
decided to make that damn Tressum. We were going to make that the same cat with wings that we.
Okay, so you have your
here.
own. I believe he does.
Because if he has the ability to see through his familiar, would he not gain the ability to see in the dark?
He
But I don't know if
That's
he can
would.
move while doing that.
Oh, yeah, that's
He
right.
can.
Okay.
Can?
Yeah.
this
I
sounds.
mean,
He
I'll
sounds
be
like.
using as reconnaissance, but I'll be blind. My actual
Fuck outta here.
character
He's blind to
must
himself.
keep working.
Yeah, but
He is Bran Stark. You're
He's-
Bran Stark.
he's Brandon. He's official.
Yo.
I don't sit in the chair.
My
and
man
be
watched like 2
just
episodes of
all
Game of
night.
Thrones. Now he's hyped. Like, no, you don't get to be hyped, bro. Fuck off my dick.
Chill, man. Let me
Off
be.
my
Let me
dick.
go. Let me.
I told I told you to watch the show, and you was like, "No, it's stupid." And you watch
It
2
is
episodes,
stupid.
you're like, "It's the greatest show ever."
No, I didn't
Arya
say all
Stark
that. I
is
didn't
my
say all that.
girl.
I didn't say all that. I didn't
She
say
a
that. I didn't say
beast.
that. Chill,
That
bro.
White Walker
I didn't say
sword
all
was
that.
amazing.
You put words in my mouth.
Anyway,
My idea sounds too complicated, though. If
it could be a permanent solution though.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you mind? I'm here thinking up like halfway.
Extremely complex, convoluted. I'm gonna tie you all up. BDSM stuff.
I mean, but
How?
I'm totally okay with watching that.
Hmm.
I'm not into that.
Hmm.
Not with
Luckily, you're
guys.
not the one getting tied up.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, it was a plan. It was a it
It's
was a
not a bad
plan.
plan.
Oh, that's an action. So yes, you
That'd be
could if every turn your action was to proceed through it.
Mm,
Well, since
It's
we're not in combat, it won't matter. But then
the second that it is, then you could then light the torch.
hmm
you would still need to take care of Walter, though.
back to the rope.
Yeah, we could do the rope. Can't you
Or
just like
Xavier
tie him
can
on back
stop
of David's
being a
back?
stingy bitch and just cast dark vision. Oops, who
I
said
I
that?
suggested it, or I suggested it last time, and everyone said no.
I just said it would be a waste of second level slots.
I mean, now that we're down to only having to worry about one person, I could do that. Plus the fact that we do kind of, my spell,
Well,
my healing spirit.
to be fair, you guys are just planning on walking up. You're not planning on sneaking up, so no one really needs not to see. Like,
Yeah.
you guys just
Also, I
gonna
have
walk in.
officially declared this is a hostile situation.
Oh, so now you're trying to sneak up.
Yep.
Okay.
I just want to fuck shit up.
Hey, remember, guys, it is your duty to play your character and do what your character would do in every situation. So if you believe that Marcellus would just say, screw everyone else, I see things to
you
kill,
can-
I'm gonna kill them, you can just say, I'm gonna walk up and kill this thing, and we just roll initiative and we go from there.
Yeah, just because I'm a planner doesn't mean you are, Dave. You can literally just get tired of me planning. and
You
just
can
say,
Leroy Jenkins this.
No.
100% you can Leroy Jenkins this.
I like that he used the Leroy Jenkins as the fucking phrase for it.
Yeah, don't forget the fact that they
Nah,
all white.
Doro's plan is smart. You know, we had to worry about 2 people who can't see in the dark, and only 3 people are able to see or have some type of vision. But at the same time, how can those 2 people that can't see would be a great asset? So I think we
I
should
can
just.
light a torch if we get into a fight. Like, you don't have to worry about me. I can call familiar out and see in the dark for until we fight. So I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Just do
I
how
bet. So
you
what we bitching
feel.
for? Let's fuck this over. For me. What we bitching for?
Meh.
I'm just waiting for y'all to tell me what y'all finna do so I can tell you what happens next. But at the moment, I just want to like throw the head cannon out there. So like you guys have been standing at the mouth of this cavern, just whispering to each other over the sound of echoing water droplets and an ogre splashing in some mud, with goblins picking their nose and scratching their butts.
Mild grunts in the background.
Yeah, that may or may not be sexual in any, you don't know what he does in the mud. Don't know how slippery that mud is.
David then attacks, or Marcellus then attacks. Just like,
Hey,
no.
you should already know. You already know. Let's get it.
Well, considering the mud is against that wall, I say we just sneak against this one. Can y'all see this? Can you see that ping?
I can, yeah.
Cool.
We see that.
Is that a goblin or an ogre that's on the right
That's
side?
a fucking goblin.
Goblin?
Yeah,
On the
It's a
right hand
goblin.
side, yeah, that's a goblin. It's a
Yeah.
gerblin. It's gerblin. So,
Alright, so
what'd it do?
final consensus.
I'm up for sneaky.
Do-do-do-do-do.
The
Do we
question is
strap
how many
Walter?
goblins, because I always see
Sorry, go ahead.
how many goblins are in this bitch, because all I see is one.
Yeah, that's the problem. We only see one.
but that doesn't mean it's only one.
This is
I know. That's why I asked.
factual statements.
That's why I'm saying let's sneak in, or if Dave. Actually, wait a minute. Hello, Tyrone. You're familiar. You think you could scout? Wait, he
Hmm.
can't actually do that.
I should be able to scout.
Mhm.
I'm not moving at the moment.
No, I'm saying you send out your familiar using the vision, and send him out. It's a tiny creature. It'll be difficult to see.
Right. Or you transform into a rat, Sabi, and then scout yourself.
I was
It's a
thinking-
lot safer if I do it. If my familiar goes down, I'm still perfectly fine.
And you can just resummon that shit.
Yeah. All right,
bet.
familiar.
You're gonna scout with your familiar.
Yep.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just roll a stealth check for your familiar, and you can tell me where you want it. Where you want to send it. You want to send it against the walls. You want to send it like straight through the cavern.
Straight through the cavern.
Straight through. All right. And I will let you all know what I see, because I'm just going to assume that he's going to just narrate the Tressum as it runs through.
Okay.
So Tressum Familiar Stealth. Lego. All right.
Oh, I get
So-
to for the stuff.
Yeah. Ironically enough, I believe all stealth checks are written in the game to be whispered to the DM, so nobody will see what it rolled.
That's great.
Fucked up.
So,
Bullshit.
hey, lenguaje.
So how's it looking?
So the Tressum sneaks close to the ground, and it gets close to like the center of the room, and it like Thaddeus, while viewing through its eyes, he sees that this main room has way more enemies than you guys thought. It spots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblins taking up like sniper positions, and 2 ogres in the
Shit.
center.
Oh Jesus.
Damn. This
Same
place
here.
is heavily guarded. We gotta be a some goblin slayer shit. I'll be a goblin slayer right now. Oh man, I can't wait.
That's
Ooh.
alright. You
Oh,
be like Goblin Slayer, and I'll be like the new show's main character from Demon Slayer. We'll get the job done.
I got you. I got you.
Good thing his daddy's a devil,
Gotcha.
not a demon. There is a
Send
You
difference.
birds.
realize the main problem right now is that we have to be able to reach them, right?
I know. I'm getting excited because it's a feat that I'm gonna actually enjoy. Hopefully, the dice is going to be on my side this week.
Okay,
Oh.
continue narration.
No, that's pretty much it. So the layout of the room. There's the goblin to the right that you guys saw, that David saw and spotted and pointed out, and then there's one slightly north of that on another equally sized ledge. But on
Oh,
the left, the west side of the room, there are 3 goblins, like 2 that are perfectly in line with the first 2 on the right. So like they're on the exact opposite side, and there's one like further north than that. So there's like 2 right as soon as it walked past the opening, there were 2 there, and then there's 2 more across the middle of the room, and then there's one at the top left. Inside of that little rock formation in the middle is another ogre that's asleep.
Oh,
Oh,
just
okay.
cool.
Is there any way for us to tell if there's been any battles or massacres or anything that's happened? So blood on the walls or on the floor, anything like that?
There is there's no blood or anything on this floor, but I'm
Floor? How
going
many
to
floors in this
give.
bitch?
Huh?
How
What'd you
many
say?
floors are in this cave? How
Well, there's a
many
tons of
floors are in this
rooms.
cave?
There's only one floor of the cave. There are multiple like caverns, naturally forming caverns that spiral like to essentially make rooms, but it's all one flat level. But the cat does
Got
see the villagers. The cat, like Tyrone, Thaddeus sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 villagers hold up on the northeast side of the cave.
So in other words, we might as well just sneak along this wall.
If you sneak along the wall, you know that that wall has the two goblins on it.
On it.
Like because you can sneak across the wall. The goblins are on a ledge a few feet above the ground.
Damn it.
Do any of our characters that's not me can possess hypnosis or anything like that
You
to
said
these
hypnosis?
monsters? Yeah,
Oh,
like
like a
do you have
charm.
anything to be?
We just started a little while
Yeah,
ago. I didn't get home till 7.
Um,
got
that
that.
would be like a sleep spell or a charm spell if anybody has it. I will check
Okay.
I don't
for
have any.
Thaddeus.
I have Fog Cloud, Long Strider, Cure Wounds, Flame Blade, and Healing Spirit.
Perfect. Why don't you use Flame Cloud on the ogres, and we can worry about the goblins on the right, since we have the fog cloud that is blocking vision of the ogres is also a block vision of the west side people, right?
It depends on where he places it, but that's a possibility. Yes.
So what we could do is we could take people on the right, have a safe passage, go to the civilians and shit, and sneak out the same way. Fuck, like exploring the cave, get people get out. Dang.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because this thing has a 20-foot radius.
Oh, he is. Ooh, see, I got
I'm trying to think on how large of a space this would be, especially in a cave like this, since it can go around corners.
It depends on where you place it.
I know. If anything, I think I'll use it as a backup because obviously, if fog rolls in a cave, people are going to be suspicious. But I think I'm going to have the spell prepared for if we get spotted to cast it over said goblins so they can't fire.
Over which goblin? The goblins that Thaddeus told you were on the left side, or the goblins Thaddeus told you were on the right side?
Um, if we're gonna sneak along the left wall, then the ones on the right side. The ones I would say around here. Well, no, this doesn't.
You're sneaking along the right to get to the people on
Oh,
the.
yeah. I just realized I don't know why I'm saying things backwards.
Hmm.
This whole time I'm picturing this wall right here as the left side.
DM, can I use magic detect while I'm in there?
Yeah, no, your detect magic is always up.
All right.
It's cast at will. You just like whenever it's down, you just recast it.
Okay, so. Yeah. I guess the best idea right now, getting these people out with snipers around is too dangerous. The best thing we're going to do is take out the snipers. We know that they're on this floor, they're in here, it's guaranteed. We just got to get them out safely. So I want, how's this for a plan? I can go like cat form or something. I think that's the one that has stealth. Yep, stealth +6. If I can go tiger with I can go tiger. I can cat. Oh, I don't have night vision. Okay, I have no.
What was the plan that you were thinking about doing?
I can go the. Oh wait, I have you.
You have me.
Because I was thinking me and the rogue could go in and assassinate, but I'm like, well, I do have you for archery. And how's your melee prowess? I don't know how you good you are in melee.
I mean, it's not the best, but my stealth is 5.
Hey.
Let me see. Where is my melee? Game master, help me.
What are you looking for?
My melee.
Your melee would be your short swords, I believe, if memory serves.
Yes.
Yes, you have those short swords.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, why is it
So yeah, I'm thinking then maybe me and you can go in and try to assassinate some of the snipers. That way it'll be easier getting through this.
Read
Like
my
I said,
mind.
And I
You're
Um.
actually pretty decent in melee. I forgot to
Awesome.
change some things around. Whoops. They're fixed.
Worst case scenario, an arrow is silent, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
So
if I
long as the
miss-
person dies.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Arrows bring
But okay.
silent death.
Yeah. So I'm set either way.
Okay. Now it's time for me to be slightly mean DM. You guys now all get to decide what it is that you're doing.
Yep. Final answers.
Final
Start moving.
answers. You guys
I-
so you guys are all taking actions, correct?
Yep, we're starting. We're going to start a fight. Either
Let's
mutually-
roll initiative.
Okay.
Hey, you speaking my language. Here we go. Click.
I'm so sorry. I forgot how to roll initiative.
Wow.
It.
Yeah, I need you to roll for me.
I did.
Oh,
Sick.
17.
I'm sick.
Yeah, you are sick because Walter also rolled a 1 and still got much higher than you. But yeah, your initiative roll is going to be in between armor and movement on the top middle of your screen. You just click the word initiative, but make sure you click your character first.
Who you talking to?
Sistral. You rolled yours, right?
Oh, there it is.
David, no, you didn't.
Who? Yeah, I did. I got
David,
7.3.
you suck.
Hey, there she goes.
Nat
What'd I do?
20.
What I do?
You forgot to click your character first. But it's cool. It's
Uh,
cool. It's cool. It's
I
cool. You
click
just
them.
no. It's too late. I already did it. You've already let me down again. You always let me down, even though I say not to. You
Aw.
still do it. This is why I can't have nice things.
Did I? Did I? Did I?
Crazy.
They didn't happen yesterday. That didn't happen yesterday.
You didn't become a
I-
certified. You didn't become a certifiable badass. So yeah, you didn't actually land a skill.
What?
So yeah, we can go with that.
Oi,
Fuck
this is
you.
bad. This is ugly.
Hang
You
in
got a
there.
1. How you get a 1?
Shut
Damn.
up.
Damn.
Shut up.
Because he has no dexterity. He's not very
I
dexterous.
have-
Okay,
yeah,
so
there's no point in me having dexterity. My animal forms give me my dexterity.
yeah, which means you should probably be transforming prior. But okay, so as we are, Sistral, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Mm.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sick. I'm sick.
but-
I think
Oh. Well, I'm going to go with Odaro's plan to try and take out a couple of goblins that are right here. Stealthily, right? That was our plan.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. I am I am kind of clueless to the game. I don't know which one is more stealthy. The is there like a special sort of thing when it comes to meleeing via stealth or
So it's more difficult to get to stealth into a like to walk stealthily into melee. Like it's difficult. It's much easier to like say you hide behind cover and then you peek out to shoot with a bow.
okay.
That will give you advantage on the attack because you're attacking somebody who can't see you.
Okay. All right. So there's nothing like it's going to sound really dorky, but there's nothing like insta kill. Not insta kill. I mean just like a huge bonus to melee over.
That would be like attacking somebody who is sleeping or otherwise incapacitated.
She probably
Cool.
meant sneak
Like,
attack
like,
bonus. That
so,
also being on
sneak
the
attack
screen.
bonuses are only for rogues, and they get it in really weird circumstances.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because I don't really know the rules to the whole stealthing and
Mm.
yet. But yeah, I would like. Oh shit! I gotta figure out how to move again.
Click and drag.
Click and drag. Okay.
Make sure you add the word sneak.
I'm
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Damn chat thing. Battery drain. Don't even need to explain it.
Don't worry, we didn't even notice.
I know. Happened about 3 times already.
Damn. I legit didn't even actually notice that though.
Exactly. Since I said I know.
How do I bring up the ruler again when I'm moving to make sure? I'm...
right click.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry.
You can also right click at points where you want to turn.
Hey,
Okay.
who's here?
And how do I know when there is cover? Just anywhere nearby an edge.
Any corner will give you cover.
Okay. I right click, but it doesn't.
When you like when you pick your character up, like so you click and drag, and when you right click, it should bring a ruler up. Hopefully. Did it work?
God, I'm so
What was
sorry.
the sound?
I'm standing on top of somebody now. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. It's mine too.
Is it okay if I
I'm
move
sure he
there?
has no complaints.
Yeah, you can move there.
Like, is that cover? Is that
That
covered?
is that is cover against that person. Yes, the goblin in the top, like northeast of you. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm
So
also gonna make a
sorry that I
thing.
have so many of these like new questions.
Hey, it's fine.
But yeah, the goblin to the northeast of me, just behind those rocks. Hopefully, I have a clear shot at, which is what I was trying to go for. I would love to shoot him, preferably in the face. No, just
Go ahead and
Lily.
make that attack roll. Well, first roll for stealth.
Okay.
If you haven't already, roll for stealth, so I can see how stealthily you are doing this, and then roll your attack.
Wow. Australia's plan to kill 2 million feral cats to combat overpopulation.
Damn, that's vicious.
Fuck it.
Gotta clip the pussy down somewhere.
Extra damn. Jesus.
I just want some Jones tossed chicken now.
And send it to China. They can make good food out of it.
Holy crap, just moving that bit. I can see everything. All right, I rolled
Good.
stealth.
Yeah. Now you roll your attack.
Okay, and that would be my longbow.
Yes.
Damn.
I'm so sorry, Odara, if this doesn't work out.
That's hitting all right. That is going to hit. Let's just see if it's enough.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yeah. Now you click the word longbow in the chat to see how much damage you deal to this unsuspecting goblin. Poor gerblins. Poor Gerblins.
Nobody feel bad for them. Fuck
I
them.
might be able. I hope
Fuck
we
them
have.
bitches.
I'm so sorry.
Are you apologizing to
No,
the team or the
you're sorry
goblin? Because
for each other.
I
You're
think the
good.
goblin deserves the
Yeah,
apology.
that goblin
The,
has got to be dead. These things are
yeah,
dying.
the goblin deserves the apology. So yeah, that goblin drops, and
Sweet.
like, there's no sound that comes from it. It's just like you hit it like right in the chest as it's scratching his butt, and it just like kind of like hits the wall and slumps down slow.
I wish the pet
Bro, really?
relics.
Hmm.
I wish the pet relics as a
Oh.
success thing.
I just realized we don't have to have 2 cats on the.
No. Come on.
Oh, my poor heart. I'm definitely not used to the numbers like damage. I really thought that was not going to kill him, and I was like,
Oh yeah, no. The things
I put a metagame.
small things are usually weaker. Usually.
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yes.
Thaddeus,
Yes.
I believe it is now your turn.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also,
She killed that one goblin stealthily. And what does that leave? One up there? And of course, I'm not going to attack it because that would make too much noise.
Oh, yeah. I think for some reason your thing doesn't have sight. I gotta give you sight, see what you can see. Because I forgot I had to add a light source coming from outside because there's light coming from outside.
Oh, that's
What?
why I could see so much more.
Oh yeah, it should have opened up everyone's vision. This is weird. Now you can see everything. Oh, well, sure. Why not? So yeah, you can see the ogre, the Tressum, but you'd have to like move around before you were able to see much else.
Okay.
Alright. Well, we could pretty much see like the majority of the cave, right? If not the whole cave, correct?
Yeah. You can so long as you're looking through the eyes of the Tressum, but if you're going to do any attacking this round, you won't be able to see through its eyes.
No, I was just saying. I was just saying if there's anything that we haven't seen with the Tressum yet, I would like to maneuver it around a bit more to see if there's anything else in there. But if not, then there's pretty much nothing for me to do this round.
Oh yeah, no, you've seen everything in this main central area.
yeah, you can help
Alright.
someone.
Let's see. Do I have any spells that bolster anybody?
No, I mean assist. Isn't there like an action?
There's an action called help. You can use the help action, and essentially if you decide to like help somebody, they get advantage on their next whatever.
All right. Well, then I'll help Odara.
All right, you want to help him with attacking or what?
Yeah.
All right. So you prepare yourself that whenever, like, whoever he attacks, you'll do something small to distract that target. So, then it's the ogre's turn, but the ogres are still bathing and sleeping. The Tressum, Rilix is just chilling, hiding behind Sistral. The goblins don't know anything's going on. David, it is now your turn. No.
Goblin.
Why?
Alright,
While
so,
here's before you say anything, I just want to let everybody know. If David is to reveal himself and he gets spotted, it does not mean that everyone who is stealthing is spotted. It just means that he is.
Okay.
Yep. Which is just fine because he can literally just raid, walk into the middle of the room and
I was
distract
like,
them.
couldn't he just like fucking chuck a javelin right through somebody?
That's exactly what I was going. How you going to play? I'm playing. I was going to do it. Damn.
All right, David. What is Marcellus doing?
So, okay. on my screen, I don't see the second goblin, so I don't know where's the
You'll
one.
have
But
if
I
you
want
don't
to
have.
hit that target.
You know that there are goblins on the left side. Like you see the goblin on the right that got shot with an arrow. Uh, Thaddeus told Marcellus there was a goblin like on the opposite side, like straight left of that one.
All right, well, I ain't hear what the fuck you just said because you was breaking up. But
The
yeah,
goblin that huh?
what?
There's a Adara told you there's a goblin opposite, like on the opposite wall of the one that you saw just die.
Okay.
So if you move up, you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to attack it.
Right here would be good. Like, how can I say this?
You can move your
Right
character.
here, would that be good?
Right where?
Like, if I just move right here, would that be good for me?
I can't see you moving your character. You'd have to drop your character on the square
What?
you want to move to.
Or just ping him.
Like, I'm on the
Oh.
opposite side of that direction. Yeah. Like,
Where that ping was?
I don't. How the hell?
I just tap.
Like,
Click and hold.
yeah, you go that on that area right there.
So
Yeah.
right here,
I'm coming.
right below the dead goblin.
Right. So I won't be spotted there.
No, you'd have to roll a stealth
Bet.
check first.
To make sure you
I
get.
have to roll stuff.
So move there and roll a stealth check.
So move there first.
Yes, and then roll a stealth check.
I see exactly where the goblin is at.
Mhm.
God, brutal.
Mhm.
All right. Give me a second.
And then click the stealth button on your sheet when you see it.
Stealth.
Like my inner
Alright.
evil DM is just
There
praying
you-
that he rolls low.
Yeah.
All right, roll your attack.
I pray no fuck you. All right. And
Hello?
I'm going with the javelin. Boom.
You
Like that.
miss.
I don't see a roll. I didn't see these.
Because for some reason all of his rules are hidden. I thought it was
Alright, I'm
on the other
coming
stuff
over now.
one.
Alright, yeah, I'll
Wow.
be out there in a second.
But he rolled an 8, so
Alright.
he missed. Which means he has been spotted.
Ooh, all right.
So
I'll die. I'll be right back.
all right. So now it is Walter's turn.
I'll be right back. Oh, God, I just realized he didn't rage, did he?
No, he did not.
Well, he's dead.
And Walter can't see much of anything. No. So
Sorry about that.
Walter being the nice guy that he is just going to trust you guys and not. Oh no. Actually, no, I lied.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Because Walter heard the missed javelin, Walter takes out and lights a torch.
Damn it, Walter.
What's that here?
And it's bright.
It is very bright. And let's see if Walter has any attacks to do.
Don't want to know.
Walter is going to throw a dagger. Actually, no. Walter's going to fire his short bow. Walter's going to fire his short bow at one of the ogres because they are an apparent. No. Actually, Walter sees the goblin in the top right corner, readying his bow. So Walter's going to shoot the ranged character first. And Walter hits for 9 damage.
Nice. Which we already know.
Enough to kill it, yes. So you guys see that Walter reacts quickly, lights a torch, drops it, readies a short bow, and fires. Nope. There. And that is it for Walter. Odaro's turn.
Okay. Well, seeing that we're officially doing that, I am going to.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, welcome.
Hey, you just saved us.
Yep,
You just
starting off-
killed a gerblin.
You kind of just saved the day.
I did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Rob.
Nah, good job, you.
Hold on, my audio is probably terrible.
No, it's great actually.
All right, what were you saying?
Marcellus whiffed on a javelin, alerting, 4 goblins and 2 ogres to your presence, with everyone out of position, and you took down one of said 4 gerblins.
Nice.
And lit the room so that now everyone, including Thaddeus, can see.
Oh, that's cool. How'd I do that? Firebolt?
No, you lit a torch.
Oh,
It's the mundane solutions that are usually the most badass. So yeah, now it's Odaro's turn, and Odaro is doing Odaro things.
I don't have it in here because I was looking. I was remembering because both my healing spirit and my transformations are bonus actions right now, so I'd have to cast one as a bonus action, one as a regular action, right?
Wait. What are what now?
My healing spirit and my transformation are both cost only one bonus action. I only have one bonus action, right?
Correct. So you can transform as an action, and you can use your healing spirit as a bonus action.
I figured. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do exactly that, and this time we are going to transform into.
Are you transforming before you cast a spell?
No. I said I'm going to cast healing spirit and then transform.
Where are you casting healing spirit?
Oh, where?
Yes.
What's the range on this thing again? Shit. I mean, it's far enough, I'm sure. I'm
Is
going
somebody
to cast
hissing?
It.
sorry.
That's him probably taking a puff of his thing. He's gonna probably cast it
Yeah.
right now. Right there.
Right there?
Right in the middle of the room. Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, ahead of us so that way it can. Yep, that's perfect. Right there.
What? Why is my screen doing a whole bunch of weirdness?
What happened with the orc bathing in the thing?
It's still bathing in the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still bathing there.
You guys just made it past him?
No,
Nope.
he's about to
He did
start
until he got in.
raining hell on these people.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't see how. I mean, unless he could throw rocks, I'm hoping I'm probably gonna have to transform it into something.
All right, cool. Healing spirit has been dropped.
Cool.
And what are you transforming into?
David get any kills?
I'm gonna turn into.
No, he missed.
He missed.
No.
What are
I'm
you
gonna
transforming
turn
into?
into the dire wolf.
Oh, dire wolf.
Yeah, the dire wolf. He has the highest AC.
Well, winter is coming.
That's a good Grateful Dead song as well.
Speaking of, where the fuck is that wolf? But keep going.
Princess Mononoke. In this bitch. Sorry, I had to get another Princess Mononoke joke in.
But yeah, so we're gonna go dire wolf, and I'm just going to run.
All right, give me like a couple seconds to give you this.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking on my next move while you do that. Oh, range of 50.
All right, you now have
Hello?
the dire wolf.
Okay.
What happened?
Savi turned and cast his healing spirit 10 feet away from you and transformed into a giant wolf.
Thank you. That shit crazy.
Did he have like that
Fucking
long
It
ass
was- it was-
animation when his phones are snapping?
Actually, mine's is much more fluid because of the whole circle of the moon. It costs me only a bonus action instead of an action.
Do dire wolves
Who
have
put this in front
Xavier? Do dire wolves have dark vision?
So,
Who's this bitch in front of me?
it's my spirit.
No, they do not. Well, this is gonna be great.
I should have gone cat.
Do any of you guys know who Bobby Rydell is?
Nope.
Sounds familiar.
He sings the song, "Oh, Those Wildwood Days." Wildwood days, oh baby. Never heard it?
Don't worry, we're gonna be singing that song pretty soon if we don't get our shit together in the cave.
Damn
He was at our
straight.
table. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
It's pretty cool for me because I like old music and shit.
Can I move now?
Yeah. The dire wolf is now yours.
Let me see.
Grab one out the first.
I can get out of here.
Not the bridge.
I'll be right back.
There.
Did I ever give Odaro the invincibility potion?
Nope. Oh yes, he did get it.
Okay.
I didn't use it. I mean, I could probably still use it in wolf, but I don't know.
Someone would have to pour it down your face.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just gonna move here, and I can attack. I'm just gonna stare down and growl at this fucking
Yeah, the ogre is being significantly growled at.
It went from being a silent situation to now everything
Full
is
aggro.
about to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, they don't have much of a choice. The torch was lit. They spotted him.
Well, yeah, no. Torch was lit because
I'm
there was a
sorry.
mist
As soon as
attack.
we're wrong, torches were lit.
If he lit that torch, I'm assuming we were all in the site. So.
Yeah, no. Once they got like as soon as the attack missed, they started readying their everything. Because Walter heard that the attack missed and it rang out. He was like, everyone needs vision. And silently he lit the torch and made the playing field even. So now it is Sistro's turn again.
The goblin to the left of the ogre, is that an archer?
They are, yes.
Okay.
All the goblins are archering now.
Okay. If I move here, I'm behind cover, right?
Yes, 3/4 cover.
Okay. I would like to shoot the goblin.
Yes.
Sweet.
Damn, she know how to roll
Go
today.
go ahead.
Longbow.
Also, keep in mind the sheets are now keeping track of your ammo.
Okay.
Yeah, why aren't they doing it for her? But
Do I hit the word on here now?
You missed.
Damn it. That makes me sad.
Shit.
Yeah. Slight whiff. Goblins are preparing now. They're not, just butt scratching and nose picking now.
eh,
But yeah. So, do you have any bonus actions you can do, like spells, perhaps?
Me?
yeah.
Yeah. Any bonus action spells you'd like to use?
Oh shit! I should have used Hunter's Mark. I still would have missed anyway. Are any of these creatures considered evil?
Nope.
Then no.
Not by the protection from good and evil spell. If that's what you were thinking.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it. I'll just hide behind cover and be sad.
All right. So Thaddeus, it is now your turn, and all hell hath broken loose. You can see the direwolf engaged in combat with the ogre. You can see the ogre hiding within, that was sleeping within a group of stalagmites, the ground ones, waking up, and you can see one goblin to the far northeast.
How far is that goblin?
The one to the far northeast,
Yeah.
within range of your
50%
long.
shooting.
Eldritch
Alright,
Blast,
let's go.
yes. Burning
Yes.
Hands, no. Everything but burning. All your non-burning hand spells, yeah.
No, Eldritch Blast. You knew what it was.
Yeah. Just have to make sure
We're
you
going
weren't going to try to
spirit
get frisky on me. All right, so.
I'll pick the right moment to get frisky.
Line people up in my head.
Huh?
Yes.
What's that? I wish my website wasn't lagging right now. It's such a weird lag.
Celery is so.
Hmm.
Crap.
All right. Get right there. Open up the character sheet. Go to core. Normal. Dank. Spirit gun. To the mouth. Successfully to the mouth. For 4 damage.
Oh.
Damn. Gotta love those ones. Gotta love those ones.
His taste buds totally seared though.
Oh yeah. No lips either. It went straight through the lips and then right onto the taste buds.
There you go. So
Just,
even if he survives, his life is just fucked.
yeah, just guaranteed.
You're assuming that they actually care to taste their
Um,
surf it down.
don't question the culinary tastes of the goblins. All right, Thaddeus, I believe that is all you got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you actually have any bonus actions. Now it is the ogre's turn. So one of the ogres squeezes her fat self to about here. And
Allowed to.
huh?
I'm like, that's something it's allowed to do. I thought it was either stuck in there or had to go around because these
Mm-mm.
things are not even the size of 5 feet.
No, the squeezing rules is half speed.
Ah.
Yep, there are rules for that. Otherwise, I'd have just had it stuck in there forever. Like, how did you even get in there?
I thought those exit on the other side that I could.
No. It's called the Stalagmite Forest, and it's pretty much like the Tressum would feel comfortable, but everything else is squeezing. But yeah, so the ogre is gonna do some ogre stuff, and no, ogre stuff is generally unpleasant. So the there it is. The ogre uses his great club, and they both swing at the dire wolf, shouting stupid things in a language you don't well, actually, those of you who speak giant understand that they're just cursing at the big dog.
That's not nice.
Well, I'm glad that I could understand curse words from another language.
Okay. I don't know why these settings are not what I said them to be, but okay, we'll just roll again. And I'm glad I rolled again. Does a 25 and or a 20 hit your dire wolf?
Damn.
Trust me, the alternative was worse. Xavier?
Yep.
Your dire wolf takes 28 points of damage.
Still alive.
You're about the only person that could survive that.
Making me do a lot of work.
You said 28?
28 points of damage.
Boop.
And it's the Tressum's turn. Tyrone, would you like your Tressum to move anywhere else?
My minion trust him.
Or is it cool just hiding here? Because it's still hidden.
It's cool just hiding.
Alright, cool. Now it's the goblin's turn, and there are 3 of them. One of them is going to, the one that was attacked by Thaddeus is going to shoot at Thaddeus. The other 2 are going to shoot
Do I have to wait till my turn for Misty Step?
Yes.
Alright.
Wait, you might not. Let me check. Because
This
that
is a
might
bonus
be.
action.
Oh, if it's a bonus action, then it has to be on your turn.
Alright.
I thought it might have been a reactive reaction thing. So yeah, no, the goblins are now going to shoot at. One's going to shoot at David, one's going to shoot at Sistral, and one's going to shoot at Thaddeus. In that order. So the first one that shoots at David hits for 6 damage. Yeah, -6. Because you're not raging, so you do take the full damage. And the other 2 attacks just sail clear by.
Wow.
That big muscle mass, David.
Yeah,
Got you,
man.
bro.
You're like Mr. Olivia from fucking Baki. That muscle mass get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
You're
the second
right.
half of that season is out. It is sexy.
So, and that's the goblin's turn. So now it's back to being David's turn. Or Marcellus, because he's named an update for some strange reason.
R.I.P. to every motherfucker in here. That's what I'm saying.
I love the confidence.
I'm raging right now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rage.
Rage entered.
Boom. I clicked it. What the hell?
You don't click the rage. You just tell me that you're raging.
Oh, okay, cool. I rage and I feel bad So I'm gonna go assist the big dog with the ogres.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my fiery punch, and then as a bonus, use the great sword.
So great sword bonus fire punch.
Right.
Yeah, you do both.
All right.
So
Let's do it.
so move yourself up. Or I'll move you since I'm
Yeah.
nice.
Move me. Thank you.
There you go. Now you just gotta click the attack.
All right. Great sword and fire punch. Boom.
Come on, David. Kalima him. Kalima him.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Did you click the attacks?
Yeah, I hit the great sword. It says 13 for great sword and fiery punch 15.
What in the world? Is anyone else seeing that in the chat?
I'm
Click it
sorry, but
again.
that's what.
Click it again. And if it
fucked
doesn't
up.
work this time, I'm gonna do it.
You said great sword,
Yeah, you click
right?
your yeah,
Great sword,
great sword with rage.
fire punch. So now it's fucked up. So
No,
it
what's
says
fucked
now
up?
now it says great sword 7, fiery punch 17.
Okay, what I see is nothing still. So I'm gonna click them now. We're gonna see what happens. Great sword 16. Fiery power 19. Okay.
I'm what?
So
My what?
you got a 16 to hit with the great sword, and you got a 19 to hit with the fiery power. Have
Let's get it.
have no idea why your rolls weren't coming through, but both hit. The first
Bang.
one hits for a lot.
Jesus.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world? That's not right. It should be more than that.
I'm fucking my dog.
Oh no, that is right.
Literally.
Okay. Yeah. So you deal with your great sword, you deal 13 damage. And then with your fiery power, you deal another 11. Plus this. What? That's a lot of damage numbers. I got a 10,
I love
13,
that calculator.
15,
I told you.
25
I told you.
damage.
Didn't-
25,
told you.
25 damage.
Kalima and eyeball.
All right. He guys, the mud covered goblin has a ton of gashes and char marks
Also,
and
Dave
looks
came through.
angry as hell.
Fuck me.
Ironically enough, the other ogre looks even angrier than the one you hit.
Shit.
Oh, they're a couple.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll send them to the afterworld together.
Oh shit. Oh,
What's wrong?
connecting. All right. No. My internet. Oh, that's stupid.
That's probably why your rolls never came through.
Yeah, because look, his rolls just came through.
Just all came through. They all hit though. So like, well, the first great sword and the second fire, they all would have hit. All his rolls were legit.
All right.
But that is your turn though. You've used your move, your bonus action, and your action. So on to Walter, who sees you going in on that goblin. Sorry, on that ogre, and joins you with more arrows to the goblin. This time, they're cheeky.
Sneak attack.
Damn straight, bro. Still has to hit though. Wait, why is it rolling like this? I'm gonna accept that only because both of the numbers hit, but I have fixed it.
Why is David out of ammo?
Oh, because you tried to use fire power.
But I clicked it, and your rolls went through after my rolls did, so I burnt the use. Ammo's being tracked now for all of your abilities that have uses and all your weapons that have ammo. So you can't use fiery power anymore until you get a rest, and it resets.
All right.
It's just letting you know. So now the goblin takes, he shoots the goblin, catches it in like the neck, arrow sticks right out of the neck for 17 damage. And again, goblin that's hit is angry. Goblin that's standing next, I'm sorry, ogre that gets hit is angry. The other ogre, even angrier. Odaro, it is now your turn. And
Okay.
thank you, Pack Tactics. I don't forget the Pack Tactics. Go ahead. Just hold on. Let me make sure that you have the option.
Of advantage.
Yeah, it's on your character sheet, right?
Yeah, I see advantage at the top.
All right,
So
make
turn
sure
it
you click it.
on.
Thank you.
Yep. And now
Just let me
I
know which
just
one you're
got
hitting.
the same one we've been mashing.
Okay. Yep. Guys been putting in work.
Hey, we gotta get one of them down. That's how it works. We are
And
going
even if he
to
doesn't,
top. Oh wait, I need to open up a new page. Did you share? Yeah. Oh, why'd you put it under monsters and not wild shape?
I didn't get a chance to move it yet, and my journal is filled with stuff, so me navigating it is horrible.
It's fine. It's fine. I was just like I was confused for a moment because when I looked, I thought it wasn't there until I actually like.
Yeah, you have to actually look at your entire journal.
Okay, and we are going to chomp.
Chomp, you still rolled it as a whisper.
What?
I'll
This isn't
accept
even my
it,
page.
huh?
This isn't even my page. I'm surprised that went through as a whisper.
It works. He rolled a 12 for 8 damage. On the top left hand side, does it say public/GM, like public and GM?
Top left, you said?
Yeah. Next to where you clicked advantage.
On my that's on my page, not the.
Dang it! Now I gotta
It
fucking
says
find
public.
this thing
Yeah, it says public.
for the direwolf.
Well, the direwolf doesn't have that. That's what I'm saying.
The fucking stupid shit. Now I gotta fucking find this shit. This work. It's not showing up. Oh, that's why. Because direwolf isn't one word.
Derp.
It's not my fault. They name things weird. So toggle. There you go.
Okay, cool.
So public, normal, public advantage. There you go. So yeah. So now let me know what happens next. Don't I like have to do some weird stuff with like strength checks and all that
Yeah,
jazz?
it's he's got to make a 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
13 strength save.
Okay, he passed.
It's like, just give me my leg back. So you rolled 8 damage.
Yeah, 8 damage.
Sistral.
Well,
Oh, you have bonus actions?
Yes, I got bonus action.
Okay, bonus action. Do your thing.
Fine. Bitch, don't say it all dismissively.
I'm saying it dismissively because no one's no human party member has taken damage yet.
Well, fuck you, because I'm hurt. And first off, I mean, okay, question. I know the wording of the spell to read it directly says, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time or on a turn or starts its turn there. Since it's still my turn, can I move the spirit onto me and that would consider as moving into
Huh, nope.
Because I can't back away because that'll be opportunity.
Yep.
Well, since
That's why I said it dismissively.
Well,
You weren't
still
supposed to
actions I
try.
can
Okay. Let's hear them. Let's hear these bonus actions you got up your sleeve.
do. Well, you must have clearly forgot about my combat wild shape, where I can use a spell slot to heal myself for 1d8.
Okay, do it. Burn a spell slot. What spell slot you burning? Level 1 or 2?
Obviously, level 1.
All right.
And
I'm gonna yeah.
I just got to make sure I have enough health to actually survive the next hit and not be one shot in my human.
Agree. I mean, weren't you? You were okay.
Hmm?
There you go. You're 3 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be really like poopy if they both decided to swing at the dire wolf. One hit turned you back into human form, and the other one killed you outright.
Yes, that's the point. That's why I'm like, because look, doing the math, I got 21. I have
The
21
dog.
health.
I could just imagine how the ogres respond to that. Like one of them, they both swing at the same time. One of them hits a dog, the other one hits like what elf?
So I got 21. I got 21 health. That would have been 30 health pooled together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, they have the potential to kill me, but now just with those 3 HP, I feel a little bit more safe. Because that's what,
Okay.
33 now. I
Mm-hmm.
doubt they'll be able to kill me even if they knock me into human form.
Sistral, what would you like to do?
How long does that invincibility potion last?
1 minute, so 10
1 minute?
rounds.
10 rounds. Odara, how would you feel about me shoving that down your throat?
There are too many jokes right now.
Right.
Too many.
I'm sorry, Odara.
I'm kind of a wolf, so it'll be a little hard to convey that.
You haven't seen the half of the internet that I have.
The dark side of the internet.
The fun side of the internet, not dark. Anyway.
Dark is fun.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
that noise that she just made it very clear that she agrees.
Tasty. Anyway,
All right.
is there gonna be potion throating?
Yes, there's totally going to be potion throating because Direwolf needs to not turn back into Odaro and needs to keep backing up David because I can't take a hit of 28 health. Fuck that. So, just to make sure I can make a movement to Odaro, putting him between me and the ogres.
Yes.
Okay, and then just shove the potion down, obviously
Yeah.
open, and then
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So.
Is this technically next to him, or do I need to be?
Yep.
Closer?
No, that's next to him.
Okay, and I would like to rob him of the potion, which could totally be maybe useful later.
Well, since his Xavier, does your wild shape say that your gear transforms with you? Because if so, then this is just like.
It says I
great.
choose.
Did you choose for all of your gear to transform with you?
Or do
If
you
so,
have like a little pouch?
if
on
so,
your
I'm
hip?
gonna have to like retcon her whole turn.
Oh,
I get
it's
you.
okay.
I get you have good intentions, but I'm just gonna say it transformed with me. I didn't think about the potion.
Okay,
Just
so then
focus
just
on sniping out. Yeah, like I said, I'm fine. Focus on sniping out the archers. Because hey, like I said, no. The thing is, even if I survived, my plan is to survive them. My plan does
Okay.
not include getting shot by an arrow after I've been shot.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I mean, if like the invincibility potion worked, that wouldn't really matter. But since that's not a thing, yeah, no, I totally want to shoot the goblin in the face.
So this has been like a whole bunch of like mouth drooping with liquid and a whole bunch of shafts penetrating things. This is a bit intense.
Sounds about right. We've been playing D&D the
It
wrong way
sounds like
all
a
the
typical.
time.
It sounds like a typical Wednesday night for me, but
Okay, I'm going to roll the longbow. This is my favorite day of the week now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yo, that nigga's stupid.
Do I roll for damage?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
hey,
Damn it.
You
what
don't.
did you hit
Well, are
me
you?
with?
Was that with a goblin or the ogre?
The goblin.
The closest one to you?
Yeah, the one on the left, just kind of like southwest of the ogre.
Yes. Minus 5.
Let's hope that
All right.
works.
It caught it in the shoulder, but it's still standing.
That goblin.
Because I was just thinking, because I know Tyrone shot one that survived, so I'm like, shit.
Yeah. He shot the farthest one. The
God.
one that doesn't have direct line of sight to you guys. So now it is Thaddeus' turn.
Spirit gun.
To the same one you shot before, the one that Sistro
Mhm.
just shot. Okay, same one before.
The one
Spirit
that-
gun. Spirit gun to
Mhm.
the remaining
So wait, is
the
this a
remaining taste buds.
Kamehameha or a spirit gun?
However he wants to depict it. And today it's a spirit gun.
It's Eldritch Blast, but we just call it Spirit Gun because honestly, everybody who courted and died before courted in ways that should not be normal for a magician to do.
Oh yeah, they have been all snipes.
Like
The
they've been
most
catching
accurate.
it while coming around corners. They've been catching it while hiding behind shit. They've been catching it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the heat-seeking Kamehameha. He just has the normal shit. Eldritch Blast the 19 for how much damage? We shall see. 11 whole points of DMGs. That
Yeah,
was
what point
Spirit Gun.
get the point
that
where it
was
starts to split?
huh? Oh yeah, when it gets stupid.
Damn, got fucking hit.
There's a hole in like the bottom right hand side of this goblin's face that just got completely just blasted off.
Thaddeus does a brief victory, just nods his head. Good job. Good job.
Everybody else rolls their
No,
eyes.
no one sees this, by the way. Everyone's ahead of him looking at combat.
Exactly. Nobody
He's just
sees
like,
this.
it's a
Like, good
self
job.
Self-celebration.
yeah, it's like a self-satisfied grin. And now it is the ogre's turn again.
You know me well. You gave me
Uh,
a grin. See?
Yeah, I do. Leo Nation. So this time, the one ogre that came from the stalagmites is going to swing at the direwolf, while the one in the mud is going to swing as hard as it possibly can against Marcellus for what it did.
Fucking bitch. He not dead yet? I thought he died.
No.
Shit.
No, and there's another
Uh,
one.
I'm probably like halfway through this thing.
So first one against direwolf, 21 for 16 damage.
Give me a sec. My mom's calling me.
Well, when he
Yo,
comes
Mom.
back, he'll have taken 5 damage.
The fuck you want?
Yeah, you could reduce his health. And you're gonna have to change me back. That's
No.
Oh yeah, I got the clear. I got the clear.
Yeah, you got booped to shit.
All right.
And Xavier, because I'm the kindest GM to ever live, which one of these 4 squares would you like to be dropped back onto? Bottom right, top left, top left, bottom left?
let's move to the bottom. Shall we?
Bottom right or bottom right?
Yeah. So, oh god, wait, can I picture that? Because that'd be hilarious.
It's like you shrink into the tail and just get pooped out the butt.
Well, I don't.
No,
okay,
that's what
no,
happens.
I pictured-
He thinks he gets choices.
Fuck you. Because I pictured it much better.
No, you get pooped out the butt.
More like I just get up.
Hemlock
just
Grove
get-
style.
Wow. Just uppercuts me with the fucking club, and I just go flying backwards, and then midair I turn back, and just fall on my freaking ass right on. Right.
Well, to anyone who's ever seen Hemlock Grove, we all know that when werewolves transform back into humans, they get pooped out the butt. So,
but I'm not a werewolf.
but Hemlock Grove status says you get pooped out the butt. And to this day, the greatest scene in Hemlock Grove is the scene where he transforms into a wolf. The wolf comes out of his mouth, and then he reaches his hand out of the wolf's mouth and boops somebody on the nose while they were high off shrooms. Greatest scene in any
Well, I had-
B-list TV series.
so I took
Anyway. Yeah, you also the bleeding damage comes through. Yeah. Tressum, I believe. You still want the Tressum to hide, right?
Yep. Trust him
Alright.
in the ducky.
Now there are two goblins, and one goblin is going to shoot at Marcellus again, and the other one, seeing Odaro transform back into a human, back into an elf, is afraid of the transforming elf thing and shoots the elf thing. So first attack against Marcellus, second attack against Odaro. Huh. 7 and 5 damage.
Yep.
I said first was against Marcellus, right?
Yep.
All
How
you
much damage?
You take 3.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say, like, what you just said?
You're raging, so you take half damage from everything. Pretty much, almost everything, you know? And Xavier, did you already do your tough dead damage or no?
Yeah, I already subtracted the damage.
You did your 5?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm down to 12.
All right, David, it's your turn. I was scared that you didn't. I'm happy that you did.
You were scared of what?
That he was going to have to take 5 more damage on top of the 12 health he already had and be dropped down to 8. 7. Definitely 7. David, your turn now.
Yep. All right. So, I use my hand axe on the ones in front of me, the ogres in front of me, and bonus attack close combat. Bang.
All right. So click the hand axe and click the. There you go. So hand axe deals. All right. First hand axe deals.
Whoa. Sorry.
10 damage. And the ogre falls over from that 10 damage. So I'm gonna let you retcon this close combat punch and let you move. Because I'm nice. But this guy, as soon as you catch him, you catch him with the axe. You like hit him. You swing the axe in like an uppercut motion, and you like catch the just underbelly of the fat belly, and cleave all the way up to like the bottom of his breastplate, and all of his guts spill on his feet.
Pussy.
That's what it's a really big one now, and kind of gapey, really smelly. I don't think anybody wants this one.
It's cool. And I guess a close combat could go to the other one?
Yeah, but you have to move to where you want first.
Moving right in front of
All right. That just went into the abyss. There we go. Whoops.
13 undefeated anime heroes who have never technically lost a Kuro Sensei is the one that.
Marcellus is one of them.
Huh? Oh, so you're moving there?
Yeah, moving there, and
you hit it with close combat for 6 damage.
That's something. One's down, so that's cool.
I love it when my keys just fall off my keyboard. It's great. There we go. Now it's taking damage.
Damn, Game of Thrones is so popular. 88-year-old woman in hospice wanted to watch the battle.
Oh shit.
Like, damn. It's straight up fucking G.
Walter's turn. Walter's gonna use that crossbow one more time. And he's gonna move up out of cover next to Sistral and shoot the goblin that she shot.
Yes, go Walter. You do it.
When you say that, you hear him say it back to you in your voice. It's creepy.
Oh.
and he like shoots, and before seeing what happens with the shot, he like gives you the thumbs up.
Oh.
But because
That
he
makes
does
it
that,
kind of
you-
better.
not at all, because his shot goes way wide, just sails off into the
shit.
distance, misses
Fucking
completely.
failure.
But
Into
he,
the abyss.
but he never like looks at where his shot went. He's just like giving you the thumbs up and looking into your eyes intently.
I kind of give one of those like deep-eyed smiles, but not wanting to ruin his day. I just give him like an unsteady thumbs up, like, okay.
He nods in an indignant response.
There
like
you go.
like he accepts that you acknowledge his superior archery skills. that's the feeling you get when he nods back.
I let him have it.
Odaro, it
Let
is
him
now
have his moment.
it's now your turn.
Okay. First things first, let's take a step back. Literally.
I cast this healing spell and no one's used it yet.
I mean, nobody's hurt but me and Dave.
He could have walked through it. Took the
Yeah,
long
but
Oh, so
also-
that's how that works.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a,
you
he
gotta
ca-
step
he
in.
effectively casts a heal shrine.
Oh,
Gotta-
So you did good. You know how this works. You can just give yourself help. I don't gotta do your stuff.
I know.
I just
was
gotta make
trying
sure you
to.
know I know. Now what do you do after you move? What's up? What's up with the what's up?
There we go. Okay. doo-doo-doo. No, that'll be suicide.
If you were thinking about walking next to David, you're right. It would be.
Shut up. Let me look at my
Fucking
spell.
bring the hammer down.
Doo-doo-doo. Cure wound, long strider, and blade. Well, this was a poorly planned idea. I'm really bad at this whole picking my spells thing.
Mm-hmm. You'll get better eventually. I had to take like 3 drinks when you told me you didn't have dark vision prepared.
Well, I already said.
I was
everyone said-
tilted.
Everyone said no.
I was still tilted.
Everyone said no.
I
Nobody
don't give a
wanted
shit
it.
what my party says. I'm preparing that spell. If I got anyone without dark vision, you a human? I'm taking this spell.
Fine.
Fuck. I guilt trip humans every time in my parties. I discriminate heavy.
Fine. I'll keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Until
So
then,
so you move. You got an action, a bonus action, and 30 feet of movement.
yeah, no. You know, I was wondering what happens with movement if I transform.
Mid transformation,
You know, like let's say I move my whole 30 feet and then
You-
transform.
you lose 100% of your movement.
Oh, really?
Yes. Whenever
Yeah,
you
well-
gain or lose a movement speed, you use the same percentage of movement. So if you had a 60-foot fly speed and a 30-foot walk speed, you flew for 10 feet, landed, walked 5 feet, you would have 40 feet left of flying.
Okay.
Yeah. I hate it. I really do. But there's no more balanced way to do it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just didn't understand that because I'm like, what
Mhm.
happens? Because I'm like, I didn't think about that. But okay. Let's transform into. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The giant hyena has the most. So I'll do that. You good there?
No, it's just, I'm on Instagram and I'm watching stupid videos.
Got it. Yeah, I'll turn into a giant hyena. Wait, nope, tiger. I forgot. I need dark vision.
Thank goodness.
Tiger, final answer.
Where's
about
your
to make me
tiger?
think
Oh,
that.
you.
Still have the tiger page. Oh wow, that's cool. I can see farther. I'm guessing because I'm a large beast, my sight radius is.
No, it's because of the dark vision radius.
How? It's dark vision of 60 feet, right?
I don't know.
Rob, are you drunk?
So what are you doing now, Xavier?
You didn't even take away. You didn't take my character away. I thought you were still transitioning.
This is like
I have to find
my
it.
question. Like,
As Robert's drunken lawyer, I can attest and inform you, legally speaking, that he doesn't answer dumb questions. Dumb questions, if I must inform you of that, is any question you know the answer to or don't want to know the answer to. Rest of your turn, Savi. What would you
Fine,
do with
fine,
the rest
fine.
of your movement in action?
You still get rid of Odaro.
I did.
But he's right. No, I can still see him.
Did I get rid
I
of the
think-
pixie?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Damn it.
And now I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Give me control of the tiger.
You should have control of the tiger.
I can't see anything. Literally, my screen's pitch black now.
Give me a minute. Oh, wow. I'm actually tilted because
behind me.
you had sight. It just wasn't checked off as you having sight.
There
you
we
go.
Okay, we're good now. That being said, I can't. That one's on a ledge, right?
10-foot high ledge, yes.
And I'm guessing the mud is considered difficult terrain, or
Very difficult.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to reach them.
You moved 5 feet. How much speed does your tiger have?
I think it's only 40.
You can make it.
Yeah,
Because
the
you need
tiger has
what?
40 speed.
5. Yeah, you could jump out of the mud. You could take 10 feet, a 10-foot step into the mud, 10 feet towards the mud, and then jump and attack it.
And that would consider my pounce.
Sure.
No reason.
Well, I'm gonna lunge and pounce onto this poor little goblin.
Eat his face off. Darn.
Fucking. Oh, so you gonna take the little bitch and leave me with the big bitch? Gotcha.
He left you by yourself, alone. Roll
Right,
them
as-
attacks, Broham.
He is fine. He's raging. That's the only reason why I don't.
No, he's angry. He'll be fine. Save
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Roll them attacks.
Mhm.
Let's see. Bite. Plus, the thing is, I can't use the knockdown with the bite on the big guy because he has way too much strength.
So that's a 19
Yeah. Oh wait, why is it rolling?
because character
Oh,
sheets
yeah.
are being stupid.
Yeah, no, it was still set to advantage
Oh.
from the past tactics. I didn't think it carried over.
Oh, yeah.
And since he's bitten using pounce,
Just
Um,
key roll damage first, please.
Get off me. Get off
Oh.
him.
oh wait, I still have to do that.
Oh
Yeah.
I'll
shit.
do that for the wolf.
And this is a bite attack, right?
Yep. 8.
Yeah, your mouth is filled with goblin bits. Like, by goblin bits, I mean, what part of the goblin did you bite exactly?
I mean, I kind of pictured the shoulder, but you know,
The
yeah,
shoulder?
kind of thing, like shoulder, neck.
The shoulder neck part. Okay. So the goblin's head like rolls off the little bit of like flesh that was still attached, and there's an entire like goblin shoulder in your mouth. The whole thing. Your tiger face has been covered in blood. You look disgusting.
He gonna smell disgusting too. Somebody bathe this kitty.
I'll do it.
Gotta wash the pussy.
Oh,
not watching
Somebody
that
watch this.
They can watch itself. I'm good.
That's
Oh,
it's
good.
a big pussy.
Tell fucking Walter to clean
Well-
that shit. He a bird. He do bird baths. He licks blood. Let the nigga lick that shit off. Fuck.
Licks human blood, actually, specifically human blood.
Doesn't matter. It's blood. Period. Let the nigga lick it.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not that.
Man, Sabi,
That is a completely different type of blood, sir.
Sabi's gonna like it regardless because he's getting licked on. All right.
Uh,
So that's it.
I don't think he realized the period joke there, but we'll just
Oh,
cruise over that
oh,
one.
So yeah,
that's
that was all
great.
my
Alright.
movement, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was all my movement.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured. So I'm
Because that was 5, 10,
So did he
15,
kill it?
20. Yeah, it's
oh, it's
dead.
dead.
Alright, just making sure.
There's only one Gerblin left and one Ogre left. And now it is Sistral's turn.
Nice.
You're-
Go
I
on,
would
claim
like.
the last one.
Is that one technically in line of sight for me? Because
is which
most
one?
of it's the one goblin that's left.
Let me see if you can see it.
Sorry.
Yes, you can see it. It does have cover. It does have like 3/4 cover from your attack, so it gets a bonus to AC if you attempt to attack it.
How much can I move again?
Up to 30 feet.
35.
35. I forgot. Wood elves have longer legs or an extra toe or something.
First of all, it's two
Freaks
extra
of-
toes, and they're both on 1 foot.
Oh, disgusting.
Freaks of
but okay.
nature. Every
Thank
wood
you.
elf has a
Abomination.
foot fetish. Every wood elf has a foot fetish.
Anyway,
We will ignore that admission of foot fetish. We will allow you to slide on that one. You get one pass.
Oh.
One
Oh,
pass.
okay. You guys are so gracious. Let's see. I would like to move right about here. I don't know. There? Because it's diagonal. I'm having a hard time counting.
That's fine. That's roughly
Sweet.
30 feet.
Is he still behind cover?
Nah, I'm pretty sure you got a straight line of sight to this guy's forehead.
Sweet. All right, and I would like.
Yeah, no, this
I
guy's.
would like to give him a new ear piercing.
Wait.
You
Did
might.
you thunder strike yet?
No.
Oh, that's right. I can actually move
There's
it
like
after he
two.
died.
There's like 2 enemies left.
Okay, and Hunter's Mark is Hunter's Mark.
Right?
Okay, hunters mark it up.
All right. Yes, I would like.
So-
Because I was gonna save it for the ogre, and I was like, wait, I don't have to save it. It transfers once they. Yeah. Sorry
if
about
they get smote, you can
Is there a
transfer.
limit to how many times she can use that?
As long as there's another enemy, as long as there's another creature to move it to, that she's cool with smiting.
that. Hey. Yes.
until
Thank you for reminding me.
until the spell ends.
Okay. So I just hit Hunter's Mark on my spell list.
No, there is a global damage modifier on your character sheet
Oh. Okay.
that should be labeled Hunter's Mark. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
at the bottom, yep,
I just check mark that.
yep, and then you make your attacks.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You hit, and it takes. I'm not even going to say that. I'm gonna just. You pierce its ear, right?
Yeah.
You said in your ear.
Just-
You know those hats that people used to wear when we were kids. That was like it was like a hairband with the arrow. That was supposed to make it look like someone shot them through the face. Yeah, he actually got shot through the face. You pierced both ears.
See,
And
I
his-
should take it up for a living.
And his mother definitely did not give you consent to pierce his ears. There's definitely going to be some legal ramifications.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What is with Magic the Gathering professional players? Seriously.
So I getting banned?
That's like
Yes.
next level.
I just passed a thing that said one just got banned for marked cards.
Oh, because they all cheat. That's one thing.
Everybody think they could be Yami for
Yes.
fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
No. Correction. Everyone thinks they could be My Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yumi is the one that got banned.
That's tilting. So now it's Thaddeus' turn, and oh no, sorry, you wanted to move Hunter's Mark to the other ogre, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, I gotta find a Hunter's Mark little thingy. This looks Hunter's Marky enough. No, not that one. And it's gone forever. It's not what I wanted. Give me what I want.
Dozens of octopi marches on land and no one knows why.
Bars. Okay, now the ogre is marked. Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Well, we know what kind of move I'm gonna make.
There's one ogre
Wanna get
left.
in position. Yeah, I just want to get in position to attack.
Well, you've been in position the entire time. Like I moved you to the
This is
to
the
the.
one closest one, right?
Yeah, no, there's only one. There's only one enemy.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. This was the one that was closest earlier, right?
No, this is the one that was further. This is the female that was sleeping. They killed the other
Alright,
one.
Well, we go in there with tried, true, and faithful spirit cannon.
Uh-oh, he upgraded it. He said cannon, not gun, for 5
Oh.
damages.
Fuck me, wishing fucking black.
Look, you gotta pray harder to your senpai. You must make him understand you are greatest Kohai.
No way, hell no. He gonna know. He gonna know my dedication.
The
Just
goblins
start
are
calling
all
whenever
dead.
you kill someone. Yeah, whenever you kill someone, just claim that it's for your whoever the hell your sugar daddy.
His unnamed sugar daddy, his unnamed fiendish sugar daddy, because he doesn't know. He doesn't know who his fiendish sugar daddy
I'm
is.
sorry, what? He doesn't?
Nope.
My turn.
Thank you, story plot. It is David's turn. Marcellus' turn. Marcellus?
Why
Great
do you guys
sword.
give him so much ammo?
Great sword and hand axe. Bang on
Uh,
the ogre.
Can't have great sword and hand axe. You can great sword and
What?
you can great sword and unarmed. Well, your close combat. Your
Alright,
hand
fine,
axe is
great
another
sword.
action.
Got you. All right, great sword and close combat.
All right.
Great sword.
Yep. Hits.
Close
Also
combat.
hits. Oh my gosh, you're so damn strong.
Fucking
Great
that nigga
sword.
up.
I'm gonna come before this kid.
Hold on. I gotta go to your character sheet before I click this, so I can give you all of your damages.
Let's do it.
Great sword for damage, and then the close combat for even more numbers. So that's 21 and 6 is 27. Oh my gosh. Can we just take a moment to acknowledge the fact that he could one-shot you guys in any round? That's all. So that's 20 minus 27 damage. Jesus.
Fuck that nigga up.
Yep. Now it's Walter's. Now it's Walter's turn. And Walter's like amazed that you're this like, true badass. And you inspire him, You inspire him to be better. And he takes his inspiration. And whatever you said last round, you hear it said again, like it repeated, but you like hear an echo from behind you, but not timed right. It's weird. Like it's kind of disorienting the way it happens. But then you see an arrow whiz by you. And you may recognize that it was Walter the whole time.
And he missed.
Again.
Yo.
And this right here is precisely why I dislike playing other people's characters, because shit like this happens.
Fucking Walter.
He had like what like, and this honestly this is mind boggling, because he had like one really good attack in the very beginning, And
And
then everything
was
else
going downhill.
missed. Everything else whiffed.
I just look over and give him another thumbs up.
I just look
He-
at him and like,
he-
nigga, I give that look like.
He returns your thumbs up and nods again in indignation and righteous indignation.
It's like my aura just got up there now because he missed.
Okay, Metal Bat.
Uh,
Sistral,
Chill.
your turn.
We gonna speak about this later. You said right.
I
You
did
said
say
right?
that. I did say
Okay,
that.
so
But
shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
as a DM, it's my job to trigger all of my players at random
Oh,
times.
fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
Aldaro,
Yep.
it's your turn, sir.
Okay. I was wondering, where am I in the turn order?
You're now.
Yeah, you
I know,
after
I'm
me.
just saying, on the character.
You don't get to see it because
on the
bec-
third order,
bec-
he goes, come on.
I put his character in the GM layer, so you guys can't see it.
Ah.
Because he transforms, and it's like it's really weird for me to keep his character visible. So you were in between Sistral and Walter.
Well, from this ledge, I'm just going to jump down, hop onto the back. Did the ogre fall on his back or his stomach?
Oh, you gonna try to take my kill? You bad.
Nah, he's actually just kneeling in a pool of mud and blood.
Damn it!
He didn't actually
Motherfucker,
fall
man.
down. He's kind of like, yeah, it's weird.
Oh well.
But I know what you were trying to do. But this is just the way he was killed. This is the only way that's the only position he could possibly be in.
Damn. That would have been cool. Okay, I just barrel straight through the mud and take a bite out of the ogre.
Mhm.
Boom. And...
Of course, you will use bite, but you will use crunch. Horrible trader.
Mhm.
Horrible.
It's an egg mood, man. He hasn't finished his breeding. 18 hits.
Yep.
Damn.
How much distance?
For a 10 damage. How much distance was that? That was 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, that was...
I'll say 10 to 15.
Okay. And lastly, we are going for my bonus action. I'm going to move the spirit onto Dave.
Soka. Sister, what would you like to do?
Rob,
Yes.
spirit.
I'm doing that. It's a long process. It was on the wrong layer. That's why I was asking Sistral for actions in the process.
Let's still put this motherfucker down.
My hunter mark is on the ogre already, right?
It is.
Okay.
So it should remain clicked if you were doing attack. Well, checked if you were doing attacks.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah, I would like to shoot the ogre. What about the neck area? That'd be great. But yeah, all right.
Some
If I hit it
dermals.
all.
Some dermal piercings.
Get him
God
in the middle.
Oh,
15. That's definitely a pierced neck.
yes.
Roll them DMGs.
Oh. Fuck
For
me.
5. For 5.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's 2 1s.
You better be careful. You should never say that inside of a cave.
What?
Yeah, fuck me. Fuck me. You should never say that in a
Correction. You should never say that in a cave filled of goblins.
cave. Yeah, you forgot. Homegirl was using martial arts. Next thing you know, she was on the ground catching it from behind.
Hey, and the worst part is, they never told you what orifice they were using.
No, the
Yeah,
worst
let you
part
know.
is she had some fucking chapped ass lips by the end of it.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, is that it for your turn, Sistral?
Yeah.
Come on, Thaddeus.
Disappointed.
Let's
Uh,
go, bro. You know what it
you
is.
look over,
You don't even need me to say it.
you glance over, you see Walter giving you a thumbs up.
I give him a wary, higher thumbs up. Just
Archer buddies. Eldritch Blast. 4 damage.
Fuck. I cannot catch a break with this big ass motherfucker.
Like
What's
to
wrong
be,
with y'all?
and the funny part is like his Eldritch Blast does between 4 damage and 13.
What is this? Like, Dave's hitting these things
Yeah.
like 20 a pop. It's like we're hitting it for like 5.
it's because we heard David get upset about someone stealing his kill. We were just like, ooh, hands up.
I was gonna kill that thing.
Look, Dave, I need you to turn your hater rate off. We need to kill it.
Nah,
We've
he's
seen what he
you
can
didn't-
do. We
you
don't
didn't know
want to.
he was part paladin. This is his aura of conquest. You stole his land, and now he must exact retribution. David, let me know how you want to do with this
Got you. I got you, I
big-breasted
got you.
ogre.
So I'm gonna go jump in the air, swing my hand axe to his neck where
It's a her.
Sistral. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna snatch. I'm gonna put this hand axe right in her neck, okay? And I hope that does damage to a point where it's embedded in there, and then I'm gonna do a close combat punch so I can knock her head off. Bang.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep, let's go with that. I'm personally triggered, and I feel like Tyrone may also be personally triggered because it's something we can't say, but we know. But yeah, roll the numbers. Yeah, just roll some numbers.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Got
This
you.
is why we were doing 5 damage.
I'm gonna just go to bed now. I'm just.
Give my shit, bitch. Give my shit. Yeah, I said what I said, and I do what I do.
So
I said what I said, and I do
I'm
what I do.
I'm pretty sure what we're witnessing is Marcellus is a Slim Shady rapist because he asked for some neck. The ogre said no, so he just went and took it.
I decapitate that shit.
Dave,
Yeah, I wish I had the
You're probably
fucking
gonna just
soundboard
punch
for
this
Evan
little
up right
ass.
now.
Fuck punching it. Oh no,
I
actually,
know.
that's too bad.
No. The hand axe deals 9 damage,
That's it.
and then the hand axe dealt 9 damage, and then with his close combat, he punches the edge of the axe further in, and the entire head comes rolling off.
I know how
And I-
NPC allies feel in video games.
And I stand there, and I look back at Walter, and I tell him, "That's how you take down a head."
And you hear him give you you see him giving you a thumbs up, and then in your voice you hear him say, "And that's how you take down a head." And again, it feels weird to hear your voice come from his face. Doesn't match at all.
Fuck. I just put my head over my head, just shake my head.
So you guys have just slaughtered the first room filled with enemies.
Notice he only said first round.
I was legitimately scared.
I redeemed
You-
myself from
You're
last
scared.
week.
You're scared of David, of Marcellus, right? Not the ogres, because I think he's the scariest monster in this room right now.
Yeah, no, again, this is why we were just, holding back and doing 5 damage for all of this. We didn't want what just happened to the ogre to happen. We don't steal David's kills.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's no bueno.
Where the fuck was that when you was chucking that javelin earlier, you motherfucker?
See, you
We
guys,
could have made it through this with less casualties on their side. But
see,
no.
you
See,
guys.
I try not to get I try not to get in rage mode all the time, but damn, I guess I gotta be rage mode all the time.
You guys
Hey, it's
assumed.
steroids. You need to relax.
You guys assumed that he threw that javelin with the intent to hit the goblin, but we all know Marcellus threw
That's
that
what I'm
javelin
saying.
wide on
He knew
purpose.
this, man.
Marcellus was like, "Wait, if I miss, they'll know."
Yeah.
He fucking
He had to
threw it.
make
He
the
threw it like,
situation
oh
cooler.
wait, we gotta fight.
Yeah.
It's like Marcellus in the beginning was like letting you guys do all your planning and whatnot, just thinking about how can I ruin this. Just you know what?
And then save the day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna just I need more glory for myself.
Yeah,
But-
this is the kind of shit that Stain was fighting against. This is exactly what Stain was fighting against. Fake ass heroism.
But yeah, so that ends this encounter, that fight at least. Now you guys have to go and do some stuff.
Probably as I'm gonna be summoning this damn thing out again. Well, I'm still out.
You guys still have
I guess I'll use
the lantern that
I found, which is
Fedora.
currently
not lantern, torch. The torch that is currently lit.
yeah.
It's lit.
So let's explore. Hopefully find another
Thing
monster.
is, yeah, this is my last animal form. If we're gonna have another fight, I'm just gonna stick in this form. So you guys are gonna go up talking.
How long does your transformation last, Xavier?
1 hour. Oh well, yeah. No, I think it's rounded down. My computer kind of just died, so I'm actually in the process of plugging it in. So
You know damn well when you're on a laptop, you're supposed to have it plugged in while using it. You for
Right.
shame. Like your
Not
Bad
years at
man.
SLA.
All we hear is story.
Bad.
His years at our high school taught him nothing. He hasn't learned. Anyway, so where would you guys like to go? What would you guys like to explore?
Yeah.
first off, we came. Well, no, we came here for them. But second off, if there's goblins, is loot.
Loot.
Make a wait.
Definitely
Let's
loot.
get the loot.
Definitely got loot. Definitely got loot.
First of all, let's loot these fucking bodies.
I would like to take a ogre heart.
You get an ogre heart. You get a
Of course
main.
he would.
Would you like to try to take it out like intact, or are you just ripping it out?
Yo, me, I'm in rage mode. Rip it out, nigga.
All right, you have a mangled ogre heart.
All right.
Could've just
I'm only using it. I'm only using this for if ever we gotta fight a big ass monster, and I could just take the ogre heart and just give it to them real quick as a distraction.
We need to loot these
Sure, that'll
goblins
work.
when they get into another room.
You need to loot what?
I said we need to loot these goblins that they go into the next area.
Okay.
David. Rob.
Yeah, I would definitely like to
Let's go.
scavenge what arrows I can find off of them, and then
Yeah,
split them
about
with
to say
Walt.
that.
Oh yeah, you get if you search for arrows, they have arrows, so you get all of your arrows back, and you can so you have 20 arrows in your quiver, so you get back to 20. You can also roll 1d6 and get arrows back, like
Hey,
additional arrows.
Hey Rob,
Yes.
can I take their like fangs or whatnot and make weapons out of them?
What
Like little
fangs?
daggers and shit. The ogres, like the
Ogres,
teeth and the
they-
claws and shit.
They just have regular sized teeth. I mean, they're
They
big.
also-
Their teeth are big, but they don't have like any fangs like a beast would have.
Mm.
I mean, you could like rip an arm off and possibly make a dagger out of the ogre bone. It'd just be really gross.
What do they have that's valuable?
Not much.
Yeah.
They have their weapons.
Which is
The ogres were carrying damn it, I just closed the fucking page. Why did I close the page?
what the
Whoa,
fuck
that's
is
a
this?
lot.
Right.
Holy.
Oh yeah, Tony, you're the king of whiffs tonight, bro.
Huh?
You're the king
Yeah.
of whiffs tonight.
Like,
Yo.
after
We've
that
also-
one first
Not,
kill, it's
not
like,
only
whip,
did
whip,
you
whip.
weird out two of your teammates, but every time you fucking fired off, you weren't paying attention to where you fired and you whiffed the shot.
But
Oh,
we
shit.
developed a bond. Like there's like an archer bond going on, and like teamwork, cheering. It's good. Good morale.
Lots of thumbs up and a lot of
Lots of
fucking
thumbs up.
mimicking voices that you hear while in the fight.
They have a great club and a javelin.
I'll take a javelin.
Yeah,
All right, so you get all your javelins back plus one.
yeah. Rob,
Yeah.
just for knowledge, stay in a beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down. Right now I'm at 3, so it's only 1 hour.
All right, you got an hour. So you still have pretty much the whole hour left.
Yeah.
I'll let you. I'll inform you of every time. Like every time you explore a room, 15 minutes. Well, 5 minutes will pass.
Well, I mean, we'll decide for that, but
We're in the middle of a battle right now.
It just
No,
ended.
we
No,
just
we,
ended.
we just finished it, and
David
not only
stole
did
some
Dave
neck and ripped the
trigger
heart out.
situation,
Look like I took some damage.
No,
Nah.
Oh,
none
okay.
at all.
Me and Dave are the only ones that took damage.
I can't see too well, but I see something near Adaro that looks like the Grinch. What is that?
I believe it might be an ogre.
Oh, okay.
He probably might be talking about the face spirit over David.
Oh, that
See you
yeah.
guys. Oh, hold on. I'm
Hello?
trying to send you a screenshot.
Oh, Rob, how do I roll the dice for possibly extra?
You want to type this. Hopefully this works.
I just mouse over to the little dice on the toolbar and then roll.
Oh.
You want to type. You want to type that with no spaces. That's what I
Put
do.
that battery back? Yeah. Let me see what it looks like.
Hey, there you go. You find 20. You're back to 23 arrows.
Yeah, my mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the thing over top of David. Now I can see it. I zoomed in.
Smooth. Yeah, it's my
If we
face
need it.
spirit.
Oh,
Speaking
that
of
does look like the Grinch. That's hilarious.
That's why I'm
I
like,
was gonna say, can we for text?
so
Can we say
small, though.
Dave stands in that and heals up?
He gains. Yeah, everyone's gonna go back to full health because that spell is broken. Like I said, everyone's at full health.
Yes.
I hate that spell.
Thank you.
Spell is cancer.
Two boxes in the trash. I want to go to the
How long does that spell last?
It lasts for.
If you say
1
anything,
hour, I highly doubt it's 1
if
hour.
you say anything less, if you say anything more than a minute, I'm canceling to a minute.
Damn it! It's a minute.
I'm about to say if that spell lasts for any longer than a minute, it's now capped at a minute. Because that spell is broken as hell.
I love that spell.
It's so that spell is beyond broken. Like no, like seriously, if both of these ogres had just pounded away at David's body while that spear was on top of him, he would drop down to 0 health and at the beginning of his turn get back up with 1d6 health every turn.
I would have been Saitama on this bitch
No,
in One Punch.
you wouldn't have been
Yeah, I
Saitama.
would.
You would
Yeah,
have
I would've.
been you'd have been Rimuru-sama. I just got hit with the world bending spell and like, oh well, I'm back up to full. Like it's fine. It's fine. All hail our slime sama.
Let me know. Let me
But,
know.
so they have no money pouches. The ogres, particularly.
Nope.
Goblins, nothing.
Nope, they just got the weapons they had on them.
Broke ass niggas.
You guys gathered that they were
Are we
legit
clear
just
on-
sentries. So yeah, just let me know in which, like, if you guys are gonna roam together, just decide like the east wall, southeast wall, west wall, northwest wall. Well, not wall, like paths. North
Well, I
path,
think me and
north,
I think
northwest.
Can they take a perception check to see if there's anything ahead on the one?
On which one?
I don't know.
They
You
can
guys decide, I haven't been-
anybody can roll a perception check to see like details on an area that they can see into. Like
Yeah, I would do that.
everyone can see that there are like a lot of the captors that they have are in the northeast cavern room.
Did you guys find the innkeeper?
They
We have-
legit just did this battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was it.
Like you came in while we were talking about what to loot.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You still at work, Tony?
I'm gonna just say out of character, so
Yeah.
one of y'all can suggest it. I
That's
think-
not how out of character works, but okay.
I'm just saying that's my plan. Like my suggestion for just course of action would be to send our most charismatic person to them to check on them, and if nothing else, escort them out. Yeah, Hum and the Rogue could go over there, while me and Dave do watch and scout. So me and Dave can make sure that the immediate area is clear right now while they talk to them.
Oh
my plan.
shit! There's something in the top corner. What the fuck is that?
What top
Top
corner?
right. Top
That's-
right.
The top right is a bunch of the
People.
villagers.
That's the
Oh,
people we're trying to
alright.
get to.
I feel like when David saw that, he thought that he had to fight all of them, and he was terrified.
I wasn't scared.
Polymob
wa- I wa-
villagers.
I wasn't
I-
scared.
I have great faith that if you had to fight that many people, you would die.
I'm not scared though.
I know you're not scared of nothing. As Marcellus, that has no fear at all. Sadly.
I'm at work, but I'm
scared.
getting picked up in like half an hour, so I'm just chilling outside.
All right,
I
cool.
think it's
Okay.
done.
But,
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm going to just go ahead and stick next to Sistral. I'm just gonna act like a pet for now because it's gonna be hard to explain to a bunch of people a sentient lion, tiger. So I'm just gonna
Bears,
act
oh
like
my. So Sistral, are you going to walk beside the lion, or are you just going to climb on top and ride it?
a tiger.
Do that?
What?
Yes, Sistral. If
Oh,
you'd
be
like
one
to,
pussy.
if you'd like to ride it, you can ride it.
Ride it all day. Ride it all
So-
night.
Just for context,
Ride it
I'm just
for
gonna
an
say I
hour
walked
and
up
you
next to
can't
her.
What
and
happens
made
when we
noise
play
like-
a game with a bunch of nerds?
Listen,
You-
she
You
is gonna
missed it. No.
She's gonna
No.
be
No. No.
scissoring.
To these
to these
jokes.
She's gonna be scissoring a pussycat right now. Bro. That shit gonna be crazy. Yo, let's get the camera rolling. All right, I got the torch ready. I'll
Dave,
get
shut
the
up.
ogre heart. I'll eat that
Hey,
while
that's right.
this happens.
He's
All
gonna
right,
go
that's-
full Khaleesi on this
I'm gonna-
ogre heart.
He
Ew.
is.
Full
I'm going full
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi on it.
You're just gonna get the powers from the ogres. Hopefully not the smell.
Definitely the smell, but it'll come out of
Oh,
his
no.
mouth. It just
It ain't like he's
it'll just be
it's not
ogre
like
breath.
he's the only one with the fucking smell of any creature on his face right now.
Oh yeah,
got a
the
tiger
tiger also smells like goblin blood.
I'm
Did I
okay
ever-
with this. It's a tiger.
Did I ever
That
abandon
pussy
my
gonna
disguise,
start.
like bandit disguise, or have I been disguised as a bandit the whole time?
You are still you're still disguised as a bandit.
Oh, okay.
You never took that off.
All right.
Like with all the thumbs up, Walter made it to one of my favorite characters.
That's good.
Just amazing. Okay. Yes. No. I definitely want to climb on the back of Odaro.
All right, you are now.
Hmm.
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Riding the fucking
She straddles him.
And also, I wish to scratch his neck, the fluff of the neck, because it's like, yes, thank you. Because yes. By the way, tigers are like my favorite thing in the world, so you're my favorite right now.
She
So now she's like
Man,
Princess
she
Leia.
had She had gained a small pussy to a big pussy. Wow, she got to move faster.
Oh my god, I technically have 3.
Holy shit!
So is it official that Sistral's title is now the Pussy Queen?
Pussy whisperer.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
David
You're
just like
not
saying the
wrong.
word pussy.
So we have the
I
Goblin
have more
Slayer,
pussies than all of you combined.
all of it.
As my
True.
apartment complex wonders what the fuck I'm talking about.
They should mind their business.
You're not wrong, you know?
um,
Am
but
I
yeah,
able
so
to see if there are any like traps nearby?
you can search for some.
What would that roll be? Perception?
Perception.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't want my tiger, my adorable, sweet, bloody tiger.
She's trying to make sure you don't get spiked up the butt.
Yeah, like I can't let that happen to Odaro. Okay, he's letting me
Well,
ride
we
his
should
back.
probably actually
No,
start moving.
he's used to it.
What?
God damn.
Oh.
That was so sudden. Okay, I will roll perception.
Yeah, like I was saying, guys, we should probably start moving. So I'm like, if you want Tyrone and
You don't see any traps, and you are confident that there are no traps in the area.
Okay, then I would like to walk into this room and check this to see if there's any loot, anything awesome for
Oh,
Odaro
come
the
on, man.
tiger.
Go ahead and move. Adara, are you gonna just like walk under Sistral? Like, are you just gonna like, if Sistral like says go in the direction, are you gonna like just go where she tells you?
sure.
All right.
You're
Gonna
so
serve
awesome.
it's gonna serve as an actual mount. So Sistral, if you move,
Like I
I'll
said,
just
I'm
move him
turning
under
into
you.
mount form.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't like connect our icons or something.
No,
Oh well.
that requires actual work, and I refuse to be bothered. There you go.
I'm just so grateful that Odaro is letting me do this. I'm so sorry.
So it's like when you got on my back, I just looked up at you like the fuck, then just literally shrugged my shoulders in cat form. I'm like,
She's a wood elf. Probably never seen a tiger before.
Right, just absolutely in love.
Too many jokes. So what's the rest of the group gonna do, or would like to do? Does anyone like
I'm
to
gonna go to the
explore any?
people.
Okay, so you're just going straight to the people.
We're going to go to the people. But,
Okay,
you know,
Thaddeus is
let me start
also.
negotiations with them because, you know, your breath is going to smell like ogre heart and every fucking thing else.
And hey, you're here. Awesome. So Tony, would you like me to keep role playing Walter, or would you like to make decisions since you're in the chat?
No, you
God
might as
damn,
well
it's a
because
lot
I'm
of
probably
fucking
gonna have to
people.
hop out in like 15 minutes anyway.
All right. So
I'm just gonna watch.
it's gonna.
There really are so many jokes that can be made tonight.
Yeah, so many. All right, so I'm gonna go in circles, starting from the bottom left and working my way around back to Walter. All right, so in the cave that Odaro led Sistral into,
backwards.
what?
She led me. I'm the one. I'm just the mount. I'm just walking in the direction she chose.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you see six. What's the words? You see a bunch of signs that lead you to believe that this is where the goblins slept. You
Ew.
also see, like, with your perception, you also notice there are several goblins in here, but they are like defenseless goblins, small non-combatants, children goblins.
You goddamn goblin slaying watching fucking.
I need one of y'all to call me over there. I need one of y'all to call me over there.
Let's just say I roar menacingly when I see the fact that there are goblins in here, and voila.
Yeah, like a lot of them are trying to hide, but you can see them, and they're like just cowering. They sleep. You see that they're like sleeping. They sleep on grass covered. They sleep on grass pallets, like legit, just dead dry grass tossed
Quick
in a
question:
pile.
if I get over there, can I just immolate all of them in one go with that spell?
No, you would have to cast it multiple times because they're spread out. But when you look at the floor, you guys notice that it's covered in bones and toys. You notice that Adaro, when you look at the bones, you see that a lot of them belong to bats, and it's easy to tell. But you also notice that some of the bones belong to humanoids.
What?
Man,
So,
they picked a shitty ass cave to hide in. I'm sorry.
How many Eldritch Blasts would that do?
probably like however approximately 1d6 Eldritch Blasts. Just about that many. But yeah, now on to you guys at the cave filled with bodies. Well, not bodies, but villagers.
Okay, I was about to say
Bodies.
They're not all dead.
No,
So
they're more bodies.
when you guys get to the mouth of that area of the cavern, you see that it leads into a sunken cavern that echoes with the sound of flapping wings. The sound emanates from the naturally forming pit in the center of the cavern's floor, which is covered in what is, you assume, bat guano. 10-foot high ledges surround the pit that form a raised alcoves to the northeast and south. So everywhere along the lip. Ooh, wow, that hit me. Huddled in these alcoves are 30 Nightstone villagers. The villagers you assume to be prisoners of the goblins and ogres. And as you notice, they are trying to remain as quiet as possible. And even though they see you, they don't say or do anything. Like, they barely move. They turn their heads to see you, and that's about it.
Alright, so I guess this would be the time to say, Zach.
Continue. I'm not here. I'm gonna mute
I
myself.
was about to say, I'm guessing this would be the time to say that, at least for now, you guys are safe. Both ogres are down, and all the goblins in the main room are down. And also, I need to ask about that innkeeper if he's there.
So you begin to speak, and I'm gonna need you to both to roll initiative.
Good.
Time to roll some initiative. Cause stuff happens.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm not above not hurting these people. Also, by the way.
Motherfucker! They were quiet. There was background. There are giant bats above you.
Bats? What the fuck?
And this is
I
what
mean-
happens when you
Well, that's why I got
split the
David.
party.
Shut up!
Initiative, but
Because,
Let's
I mean-
get into another fight, Dave.
what?
We're gonna get into another fight because of me.
All right, all right. Thank God I went with you.
That right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you came with us, you'd be killing baby goblins. I mean,
Baby gerblins.
I mean,
All right,
this is
so
more of an active fight, so that's better.
All right.
so Thaddeus, it's your turn, and
Alright,
it's
well,
everything
can
seems
I
normal.
see any of the enemies?
No, everything seems 100% normal.
Inspect their faces. Inspect their faces.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, Adaro, yeah, give them your advice.
Shut up!
I wouldn't be able to hear him from his distance anyways.
Nope.
Now.
oh wait. Didn't Odaro roar?
Oh,
Odaro
God.
did roar.
Yeah,
But that echoed throughout the entire cavern. Everyone heard that.
Oh, so me speaking
However,
wouldn't matter the fuck anyway.
it would have, because it echoed at, like, you were like, what he did and what you did are happening simultaneously. So you're talking, and as soon as you finish talking, he roars.
Oh shit.
So to be fair, like, what's happening now would have happened regardless of what you did. It's just now you feel like it might be slightly your fault,
Oh yeah, I'm cool with feeling like it's my fault.
as opposed to it being 100% his fault.
Just in case.
I
All
mean,
right.
I wouldn't have minded if Odaro's roar drew some over, because we could take care of him.
So yeah, directly below this cavern is another similarly sized cavern filled with thousands of bats. Any loud noise either in either cavern agitates the bats. When the bats become agitated, you guys rolled initiative, and now the upper cave
How
is
big are these bats?
the upper cave is filled with loudly shrieking bats. You guys cannot see anything further than 5 feet in front of you, around you.
Jesus.
Yep, you are completely swarmed with bats. This entire room is swarmed with bats.
We're about to see an
Where is that?
Escanor and Thaddeus fucking combo attack. Oh shit.
Well,
That's it.
Unless you got something that generates heat right now, we need something hot in there can get the fuck in front of us.
So I gotta do a thing because you guys can't see piss.
I wonder what the fuck's gonna happen. They better not turn to vampires. They better not turn to vampires. That's all I'm saying.
I like your imagination. I truly do.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm
Like
pretty
that.
sure.
That literally could have been a thing. Like they,
It could
like,
have been, but that's
vampires-
why I like his imagination, because he thought outside the box.
yeah.
But because we see bat guano, I'm pretty sure that they're not vampires.
You can hope.
I
Wait, why can you see so much?
I-
I don't think they
'Cause
want to take a shit in bat form. Just when, vampires don't seem like the type.
And I don't have fucking fiery power anymore. God damn. Oh, wait a minute. I could go into something.
I mean, either way, this was going to happen. At least it happened with me and you here.
Right. What the fuck is this real quick? Those who look into your eyes can see them.
Oh no! If you're trying to use that, that's for people like that. You like these people would try to help you if they could see you, but they can't.
I'm just trying to get off the fire. Like I'm trying to get out of the radius of the bats. Well, fuck it. I'm going Asta. I'm gonna go great sword and slice my way through the bats swarming around us to get to the people.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Boom.
You hit.
What I got? Damn. I don't see shit though.
Nope.
So, I mean, does it really do anything?
You hit bats.
I ain't do shit. I
You
ain't do
can-
shit.
You hit the swarm of bats for 11 damage. Sorry, for 9 damage. I gotta click off your rage.
If you hear screaming, stop.
Yeah.
Or just don't move because you can't hit further than 5 feet of you.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
But you also can't. You can see like that. It's right next to you. But if he moves any further, you won't be able to see shit. It's great.
Alright. I'm going to put this away. All right, Thaddeus, I'm sorry. You want to use some firepower? You gotta use some firepower.
Do it. They do it. Face up. Can't hit the people.
He's not. He's gonna hit the bats. He's gonna shoot it up.
Unfortunately, the bats are every fucking where.
Yes, the bats. The bats restrict your vision to essentially the 5-foot square that you're in.
Could I use Misty Step to back up to get a little bit?
Oh yeah. You can definitely teleport. Teleportation is always an option. How far back would you like to teleport? You can't see where you're teleporting to, but you know like that there are spaces that you can
But I'm
teleport.
already familiar with where we walked at.
Yeah. So you want to teleport like
Misty Step. What, about 15?
that'll work.
So is my vision still the same?
No. You can now see that you can't see David, and there's a swarm of bats. Like that entire cavern that you just walked into, that you just teleported back from, is completely filled with bats.
So we're going to need something to get them away from that area. Because if I light that on fire, chances are I may kill people in the process. And to be honest with you, I don't have qualms with that, but I'm pretty sure those two over there will continuously judge me. So
what happened? Why are these villagers scarred and burned?
Things happen. Things. Scary things. Alright, are these bats just attracted to loud sound in general, or
give me an insight check.
Eldritch Blast to get something else?
Give me an insight or animal handling check to figure that out.
Why you left me, man?
And the worst part is, you just like, the only thing you saw of him, David, was him like shimmer and like lights around him, and then he wasn't there anymore.
Like you have one job.
I just gave us a little bit of distance so I can get a view. Well, in case you swing your sword, you won't hit me.
Dog, you have one job to do, and it's just burn the fucking path. That's it. Just burn the path.
No, because I can't afford to burn them without killing the person that we might need.
You gotta kill the opposite side of the direction, man. Not towards the people, towards the outside.
No, they're mostly in the cavern. Like now that he's outside, he can see that they're like just in the cavern.
Remember, now
like,
I can actually see.
You left me though.
Wow, I'm like 60 feet away from you, bro.
You're supposed to take me. You're supposed to take me.
I know, but he don't know that. But you know,
he doesn't know, and it's great.
Can you light it up somehow?
I'm just hurt right now. I saved you guys, and this is how you treat me? You gonna leave me in a swarm of bats? That's
my heart.
Like, yo, I literally put my neck out there for you guys. I decapitated a fat bitch. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Did you roll that insight roll for me?
No. Which one did you want to do? Did you want to do insight, or did you want to do
I hope
what's
my
the
pain
other
brings
one?
you despair.
Animal handling.
I hope my pain brings you despair right now.
It won't.
I don't think you're going to be in pain if I get this right.
Insight, or do you want to do insight, or do you want to do animal handling?
We'll do animal handling.
All right, cool. Bet. Animal handling at a +1. They're both the same. All right, so yeah, like you look at it and you kind of like laugh to yourself because it makes sense now as to why everyone was being quiet. But yeah, you know they were being quiet because they knew that the bats were down there, and they knew that when they made sound, the bats get agitated. So you know that you need to keep quiet in order for these bats to calm back down.
Fine.
No, incorrect. Thaddeus knows this. You don't know anything. You're still swinging your greatsword at bats.
So, and he's not going to be able to hear me if I talk because all of
nope,
bats are around.
Because he is swarmed with bats.
Is he not
I've
able
already used Misty Step, so I can't Misty Step back to you.
Correct. You could walk back to him, but you'd be walking through bats.
Does that hurt him?
He doesn't know. He hasn't moved through bats before.
Alright, well, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna have to risk it for my bro.
So you walk back to next to him?
I'll walk as close as I can get to him.
Alright. So you get right back to where you were. You walk the 15 feet back, and you take 2 points of piercing damage for walking through the bats.
Alright. And then I tell you to remain as quiet as you can. No swinging your sword. No raging out. Nothing. Just remain completely silent.
Alright. Cool. So you tell him that. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I finish this full round of combat.
Bullshit.
See, David, I was willing to get fucked up on that for you. No
Yeah,
problem.
because now you. Yeah, because after what I said, I told you it brought you
Well,
despair to
it's
your heart.
because I got
Yup.
the information I needed.
He doesn't know.
The
Listen,
information that we need.
Dave, his character didn't hear anything you actually said. We outside did.
So
I
so
know.
so the in character canon. Thaddeus, the bats come out. Thaddeus speaks. The bats come out. David starts swinging at the bats. Thaddeus then dips on Marcellus. Marcellus has a moment of despair, thinking that his bro just like abandoned him and was like, "Yeah, no, screw this guy, I'm out." And then slowly walks back up and like, "Hey, so we gotta keep quiet. Don't swing that axe anymore,
Right.
or the greatsword rather." And yep, the bats remain agitated. They haven't calmed down yet. David, do you heed his advice or do you keep swinging at bats?
I put my great sword away and start to meditate.
All right,
I sit
cool.
down, start to meditate.
All right, so Walter
Yeah.
explores the cavern that he goes into.
Oh, shit, where did we leave him at?
No, he started no, he started exploring on his own.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
No
it's
It's
warning.
okay. He's an ace shot.
I'm a sneaky bastard.
He's a very sneaky bastard.
Yeah, but you're always into some shit. You're
Always
into
is into some shit.
Don't worry about walking hand and stuff.
Not today, he did
He's
it.
a lucky sneaky bastard.
He is a very lucky sneaky bastard.
I give him that.
Ironically lucky sneaky bastard. You gotta
I get. I'll give him
ironically
that.
lucky.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Okay,
What?
so
Don't tell me he's in some shit.
I'm not telling anyone this.
He's into some shit.
No.
So
Yo, what the fuck?
So-
I swear.
back to Odaro and Sistral.
Odds are he probably found some loot and now he's gonna pocket it all.
Maybe, maybe not. Who
Probably.
knows? Anyway, Odaro and Sistral, would you like to continue going further deeper into the cave, or would you like to return back to the common area?
If you don't go deeper, you're not doing it right.
Thank you.
I was gonna say we have a thing in our face and we have no idea what's going on over there. Do we hear the bats?
What happened? What'd you say?
Do we hear? Can we hear the screeching of these?
Oh yeah,
many
no,
bats?
this entire cave is echoing with the screeches of bats. I mean, you have no idea why it's screeching with bats. You just hear the screech. You hear like an echoing screech. It's not even like anything. Like you can't tell that they're bats, but you do hear like fluttering, like the sound of echoing fluttering and the sound of echoing shrieks. So it really just sounds like noise.
You're telling me I can't recognize bats?
Not here.
Okay.
It's too many of them, and the echo is distorting the sound too much across the distance. You are quite a distance away.
Is it alarming?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
definitely alarming.
Well, the problem, like I said, we have a thing in our face right now, anyways.
Yeah.
So a bunch of noise isn't gonna make us think anything. At least me. I won't say. I can't play for you, but for me, it's not gonna cause much alarm.
I mean, for me, I'm not that different. I mean, it's a cave. It has bats. We have, our companions walking around exploring. They could have easily startled some bats, and they just flew around.
You have a nice worm tiger under you.
That I am just cuddling and giving scratches because druids don't normally like being mounts because it's not exactly
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it's very,
AF.
which is why I'm like, no, thank you so much. You're amazing. So
I mean, it's a woman on my back.
Yeah.
Why would I complain?
Just waiting for
So let me get this
probably
straight. Odaro is straight?
Fuck it.
Just got- Is he?
I mean,
Is this
allow them
canon?
to role play.
Sure.
Is-
why
is-
not?
Okay, I guess Odaro is straight. This is gonna be weird, guys. Seeing
This is very
This is
Xavier,
gonna be weird.
seeing Xavier
I
role
mean,
play a straight guy, like I'm
I
gonna be
mean,
baffled.
Odaro could swing both ways.
Wow.
It
The
could. You're
world is
right.
coming to an end.
Yeah.
It really is. I agree with you, David. Not sure if I'm prepared for this world.
Man, take me now.
So
So I look down at Odaro, obviously still giving scratches because amazing, awesome tiger. And
And the only thing I'll say to that is just whenever she does that, the tiger's instincts win over and starts to like go like move into the scratch.
Yo,
oh my
these
god.
these goblins are terrifying.
Meanwhile, I'm like giving a giant cat scratches and just like, yeah. If someone walked in this room, they'd be totally confused.
There are goblins watching you from the shadows.
Y'all said I got one in front of y'all.
Established as a non-threat. Fucking
Yeah, like you were scaring the ever living shit out of these goblins.
It's amazing.
what did I just encounter? What if Walter found the innkeeper?
No.
Walter
Thank you
found
for
some
the-
stuff. Walter definitely found.
Okay.
He found some
So-
stuff.
So Walter found stuff. Okay. Anyway, so I look over at the goblins and I look down at Odaro and I do a little head nod like, do you want to kill them? Do you want to
Oh,
make sure
shit.
that they are not an issue?
Oh. I just pretty much just do like a creepy little like humanoid smile on the tiger. So it's just like
That is terrifying.
Startles
Wow.
me a little bit.
It's like some Cheshire cat shit.
Yeah, especially because tigers can't smile. They just close their eyes really hard.
Well,
All
I know
right.
that's how tigers act, but it's not like I can't move my mouth.
No, yeah, you just like
my human cat form.
yeah,
so-
you just you try to grin or smile and you just like you're bearing fangs at her.
Yes. That's
Yes.
the point.
So then I give Odaro an enthusiastic scratch, like, yes. And then I get off his back and I pull out my short swords and I let him have half the room and I take the other half for the cleanup. How about
Okay,
that?
so
Odaro?
I'm gonna just go to this other section of the room now to the less murderous group, and I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do
as
so.
long as Odaro's actually okay with that.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
Awesome.
Okay,
As I
so
seeing her walk one direction, I'm just gonna start with walk on the other way and work our way from opposite ends till we meet each other in the middle of the room.
How many goblins are you
Yeah.
guys fighting?
No, it's a bunch of goblin babies. We're just
Ah,
it's
goblins.
it's
Back to the
non-combatant goblins. So it's like
David.
old goblins, female goblins who are like
Even better.
injured, baby goblins.
Marcellus
Cleaning
would
them
love to
up.
be here, the baby goblin child slayer.
Yeah, child slayer.
Yeah, pretty much just cleaning him up and probably gonna pick up whatever, if there's anything good.
Yeah, there's like toys,
So,
bones.
yeah, what's the distance between us and them?
As soon as my lag stops, there we go. The distance is approximately / exactly 70 feet.
Fuck. I mean, I would have to.
You cannot get involved on goblin baby murdering.
No.
That's not the reason. That's not it. Remember, y'all don't know that we can't afford to be making sounds right now. So
No, what they're doing makes no sounds.
I know
Yeah,
that.
at
I know
all.
because they're there, but when they come back out, they still don't know.
Not to make any, not to like yell your names.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know that. It's not like I can send them a fucking signal.
I mean,
Actually-
you have. Okay. You got it.
This is
Summon
like that.
division.
Okay, the kitty, winged cat.
But then again, they can't talk. But I don't have that ability yet, right?
No, you do not.
Well, I have. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be saying anything.
Not until we're going back to you guys. So, to speed this along, Thaddeus and Marcellus, would you guys like to just remain still until they calm down? Is that what you guys are gonna do?
Well,
I have no
he's
choice.
saying that meditated. He's meditating, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing I'm gonna just warg into my minions for right now.
All right. So if that's the case, I'm going to check the turns and nope, nope, nope. Yep.
What's going on?
So, you guys stand still. You warg into your Tressum. You warg into your Tressum for about 30 seconds, 30-ish seconds. Is there anything you wanted to like look at with the Tressum or no?
Let's find out what Walter's doing.
Okay, so you were aware that that Walter went into the cave to the to the east, like the cave directly south of yours. Your Tressum gets in the cave and searches, but your Tressum doesn't find anything in there at all.
That's impossible. The Tressum could detect invisibility.
It can detect invisibility.
But clearly, this man already picked everything up. So.
But where did he go
Alright.
then? That's a problem.
It also only had 3 turns worth of movement and exploring the place.
All right.
Oh.
Well, that's my.
Uh-oh.
I guess that would just be me right there.
Damn. Hopefully I didn't fall into a hole.
Nah.
All right. Who's next?
The bats return, and now you guys can see again. So let me just give you guys your sight back, and maybe you guys can try this again.
All right. So the bats went away. They're still in the cave murdering children and old people.
Mm-hmm.
And homeboy over here disappeared after picking up something.
Ooh, Rob.
Yes.
Crazy idea. Everyone's gonna hate me for this.
I love it already.
But for now. But I was just thinking, whenever, let's say, the party splits, instead of me forcing me to bite my tongue the entire goddamn time, why don't we have a separate room, a separate chat room, and then you can just bounce between them and tell us what we're doing, and then we'll just sit there and wait until we finish the other room.
No, man. Whew, don't get me excited like this.
Oh
The-
shit.
Are there any objections?
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll probably have to
What
engage
happened?
at the next on
I'm
our
getting-
next
getting,
session. We'll
like,
probably have to
I'm totally
engage
up
that.
for it.
Super hot
what
right
happened?
now.
What happened?
Exa-
What happened? What happened?
Xavier just got me hot. That's all.
Okay, that's
Pretty much
always
from now
normal
on.
between you guys.
I'm gonna jump out.
Always normal.
From now on, when we're not together, we will separate into the chat with the group that's together, and the other group will be in the other chat.
So,
And he will be the only person who knows what everybody's talking about. While we only have the information we have, and they only have the information they have.
It
So
makes
we'll
So,
probably have to start that
I
next
will
session.
I will set
It
that up.
makes it
For,
more
I will set that
realistic.
up for next session. I will set that up
But
for
that's-
next session.
But that's
Okay.
isn't that too much work?
Not really.
Yeah, all it is literally just him clicking a different room. He will just bounce between the rooms, narrate what we are doing and what we're hearing, and what we understand.
Because
it's like-
remember, they wouldn't know anything about the bats if they weren't in this room right now. Like, legitimately, they wouldn't know nothing. I mean, they know subconsciously now because they heard what happened with us, but they wouldn't have known anything, no information at all, if we weren't all in the same room.
It
Okay.
adds like a delicious layer of RP.
No, I get it. I get it that you guys have your own side story. We have our own side story. I get that. I'm just saying, wasn't that be too much work for you, Rob? And
Hell
so
no.
clearly, okay.
He's a little
Okay.
too excited about it.
I'm stiff as a
Okay.
board right now. You have no idea.
Hey, listen. You and your
Bro, I
little
think
thing.
I'm literally the only one in this chat who does not bother hearing that, so I don't know why he's on
I'm totally disgusted right now. Can we get back to the game?
Yes,
Love
we
it.
can.
Okay, Sorry. Just
So
I want to get back to eating
no,
ogre
no,
heart.
yeah, because
Sabi,
that's
I told you.
because
This
eating
is
ogre
not
heart
for you.
because eating ogre hearts is somehow less disgusting.
I'm in
Anyway,
character.
anyway.
Oh, I'm gonna say that when I see you. I'm gonna say that for when I see you because
You'll
we
for,
work
Alright.
together.
you'll
That's the
forget.
difference.
You'll forget.
I will not.
Anyway,
I will
what
not.
Thaddeus
So,
and
I think
Thaddeus and Marcellus, what are you guys doing now that the bats have calmed down and flown back down into the cavern?
I'm guessing we're going to quietly try to guide everyone out of that area back into the common place or out the cave.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go out the cave and lead the party?
No. We need to get those people. We need to guide them out without making too much sound.
But we still need to talk to them.
We can't talk in a room full of bats.
Oh,
That's how we got
No,
there the first time.
So
I get
all right,
that. No,
all right,
no,
all right. As a DM here, are you guys having this conversation right here in character? Is that what you guys are doing? Because I'll bring the bats back.
Well, no,
I'll bring
it's
the
more like
bats.
a whisper.
I knew you were going to say that the second Tyrone actually started raising his voice.
Yep.
It's more like a whisper.
Yeah.
Because
So-
remember, I'm still standing right next to him.
Yeah.
while he's
You got
meditating.
you guys are within like whisper range, but I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't having that conversation there because the bats were definitely coming right back with a vengeance.
We have to get these guys out of here, and then we can talk to them.
Is that what you guys do?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't have the patience or
Hmm.
the bandwidth to move 30 individuals out of this room. So they're all out of this room.
Yeah, we'll just say it happened.
I'm
So
still
you guys-
meditating though.
So you guys see that Walter walked back to the main common area. Are you guys finished slaughtering your goblin cripples?
Presumably, yes.
All right. We had to fade that one to black. That was too hot for TV. But yeah, so yep.
So
Now
it's
what
my
would
turn.
you guys? Now what would you two like to do?
Who's
Well,
you two?
We're
Odaro and Trust Odaro and Sistral. Too many
Well-
cats.
well, obviously we are covered in blood more than likely, right, Nodara?
Drenched.
Yeah.
Especially since I had to be up close and personal with claws.
And that pussy wet.
Yeah. But I mean, you're satisfied. Like,
And
there was
also
some-
bloody.
Yeah, there was some issues worked out, just like, right?
Cats are horrible. Officially are murder hobos.
Baby
Hardly.
killers.
They're abominations.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro,
Plus,
that's
the
fine.
fact- plus, one thing I know that I haven't said because I'm a cat is that they've been fed people, so fuck them in particular. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
they,
I
they
just-
while you did murder them viciously, they did beg for help and cry a lot.
Okay.
Well, I don't understand goblins.
And
Yeah, we
and-
know.
no, you don't. But like you do understand like mothers reaching for their children, trying to protect them, and the old people putting themselves out in sacrifice first.
Details.
Maybe they shouldn't have, had some of them in a village that was like,
Yeah. Pretty sure they thought the same thing when humans from said village ran into their place. But hey, morality's a grayscale, isn't it?
I mean, you're
Yep.
not wrong.
That's why I didn't care. I don't think so.
Exactly.
It all depends on the situation.
This is for me. This is my vengeance.
Oh
You
my God.
inconvenience me, therefore you must all die.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
so is everybody out the cave?
No.
All the villagers are, yes, but
Alright.
I wanted to see if they were going to do anything outside of this room because there's nothing left in here besides goblin corpses and human bones.
There was the path just north of us. That
Yeah.
one's been explored. Okay.
No, that one has not been explored.
Okay.
Well then, shall we?
It sounds like a great idea.
I will relocate you both.
Awesome. I obviously, go back to scratching his bloody fur. Yeah. You're
Okay, no,
amazing.
this time I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
kind of like shake her hand off because I'm like in my head. I'm like I don't want the blood to be rubbed into the fur.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I give like a knowing nod, like, yeah, no, that's fair point.
She
Man.
does she does give that nod, but she's still subconscious. She's like whenever her hands are like resting near where she was scratching, her hand just does it. So it's like
Like,
a
it
constant
eventually-
back and forth thing.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wait.
you guys are exploring the cave that was literally just north of the one you came from.
Mhm.
Let me move.
Is there? Can I do a perception check for any traps?
Yes.
Roll and
Again, you are pretty confident there are no traps.
Okay.
So when you get into this cavern, you notice an underground stream. An ankle deep stream of water pours through a narrow tunnel in the west. Pours through a narrow tunnel in the west wall and forms a small pool in the otherwise empty cave.
Do you want to get cleaned off or
It's like
something like that?
it's like perfect.
yeah, no, that's honestly what I was thinking because I'm like, that works. We could do that.
Right? It was perfect for us.
But
Not gonna be clean
is
pussy.
ankle deep enough? Is ankle deep enough in water to actually wash off a giant cat tiger?
Yes. Ankle deep is like a stream of what is that like
Of water beneath your
four
ankles.
like 3-4 inches of water.
Okay.
You just gotta roll
Alright.
around in it.
Yeah, if you want, I'll help.
Yeah, so essentially I just walk up,
Oh,
so essentially I just walk up into the water and just kind of splash it with my paws just to indicate what
Yo,
I'm
where is the lotion and the fucking napkins?
and and you said there's nothing else in this room, right?
No, it's empty outside of the stream, but you do notice that there is a path to the north from where you are. So there's a stream that pools there, and then there's a path north.
Okay. Well, do we have enough time to, after we clean up, to check out that path north if Odaro actually wants to as well?
Yes. Also, Odara, you have about after the whole cleaning thing, I'll give you a half hour left in your transformation.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm wasting your tiger form.
doesn't
But for the other guys, for Thaddeus and Marcellus, you guys are now free to talk to the prisoners that you have just successfully rescued. Huzzah!
I was about to say, unfortunately, good sir, I gotta stop right here.
Oh,
It's
you're.
11 o'clock.
Oh
It's
yeah, it is
11:30.
11. Oh, so this is past
No, it's
11.
not. It's 9.
Don't you just
You
love
11.
time zones?
Eh.
You mean us being in the future? Alright, I gotta stop right here. I mean, if Dave
Why?
finish up this part for,
Well,
for
Back to
me
the
and him out
200
there.
push-ups, 200 sit-ups. Oh man, that'll be 400 today. God damn, that's good.
400 what?
400 push-ups and 400 sit-ups today.
Oh, look at you doing all that
Yep.
working out,
Mm-hmm. You know,
getting sexy for Savi.
Why?
Alright, peeps. Enjoy y'all night.
Mhm.
It's not.
So we will pick it up here next
Does it?
week.
No, that insider. That's the insider.
What?
What you just said.
Sexy for Savi?
Yes.
I mean, yes, eventually it will be an insider, but we talk about that later.
Oh, fuck you.
No,
All right, guys.
fuck Savi.
Alright,
You gonna make him so you gonna make
uh,
him so happy tonight. He's gonna go and fuck Rocky and think of something. Stop.
Anyway, good night, Tyrone.
Aw,
He's already gone.
yeah.
Right.
All right, size 20.
He's gone. We're saying goodbye too late. We missed
All right,
it.
fuck it. Bye, bitch.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you wanted to talk about that dank episode of One Punch. Xavier, if you haven't watched the episode, you suck, and no
okay,
one loves you. No one loves you. It's okay.
Damn.
That's
I'm
what I
the
said,
only
right?
one- I'm the only one with a significant other right now.
Yeah. That would
That's
matter
different.
if my current situation wasn't what it was. I thought I was I don't even know what word to use, but apparently I'm not. So whatever it is. Thought my situation was one way.
Complicated.
It is. Look, it sounds complicated, and I had no idea it was happening.
Oh, it's one of those. I'm so
Mm.
sorry.
Yeah, story of my life.
He could actually fix it. It's just his own fucking mind.
See, you're thinking it's one thing that I'm talking about, but I didn't even touch on that yet. That's a completely separate issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yup. Anyway, so about this whole Metal Bat Bro. Why is Metal Bat Bro so OP?
Bro, like I did not know that a fucking bat could be that strong and withstand a centipede that big, bro. Like dragon form, and it's still intact. Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now?
I mean,
this
hell,
man-
wasn't he like batting giant bullets from a spaceship not too long ago?
Yeah, he was also doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but-
awesome.
I have no idea what that
But
bat
the
is made of.
The
No.
only thing that got fucked up was his jacket and his sleeve. That's it. That's it. Everything else, it
mean-
was self damage to himself.
Oh yeah,
Like-
he definitely he was the only one that drew blood on him
Right, but no,
by
fuck
smashing his
that.
face in.
Goru,
Garo,
whatever. Yeah,
Garo.
Though that nigga a beast. I don't care what nobody said. That nigga a beast.
So you don't care what Satama said? Because Satama put him to bed.
I mean, I know that.
Amazing.
I know that. But at the same
Saitama disrespected his whole lineage. Like all his ancestry
like-
got disrespected. Dishonor
He
on
was like,
him,
what?
his family, and his cow. Like,
What did he say exactly? He's like, wait, are you
trying to rob me? That's not okay. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Here, have a chop. Like the main
And
difference.
then he woke up in the trash. It's like, yo, I
He
don't
had
remember any.
he had
that
no
shit was still
memory.
cloudy. Yo, oh man, no, but fuck that. When Satama was in the dojo and he told that big ass nigga off because he thought he was somebody else, that shit was priceless. He said, "How can you sit here and try to talk shit when you left the dojo yourself?" Like,
When you ran like a pussy, like you ran
yeah,
like a bitch.
and I'm the only one that stepped up to him and still lived. Fuck you mean? Yo, that part was hilarious. I like that part. I mean, my favorite episode I think was episode 2 when the class B rank 1 bitch trying to recruit Satama and he was like, no, answer is still no. Fuck you, because you trying to make me be with your gang so you can remain part 1 because you scared of shit that I'm gonna pass you. But if I don't, if I refuse, I'm gonna get fucked up. But either way, you can't fuck me up because I'm One Punch Man. So, anyways, fuck you, not doing it. Not doing it.
My favorite part of his reason why he was like, wait, why don't you just try to go be an A-class hero? Like he was so, like his Saitama's genuine confusion about her not going past class B when she could obviously go past class B was priceless.
Right.
Especially when she saw all the S-class heroes that Saitama just hung out with casually.
Just about to say that. That's like one of my favorite parts. Her just sitting there and watching as King walks in casually, talking about
But
games.
King's a fraud though. He a fraud.
Well,
He's a fraud.
technically, he's not a fraud
Bruh.
because no,
Bruh.
technically, he's not a fraud because he did in fact beat one. Like he defeats villains with the sound of his nervous heartbeat. That's broken.
Bro.
That is beyond powerful.
That's because they believe the fucking rumors, and
Yeah.
they take one look at him.
So?
Like, oh shit, but
Yeah.
that nigga really a bitch.
But
Because One Punch
but
Man
David,
is the reason why he sat up top.
but David, if you had actually watched Game of Thrones, you would understand this. But rumors fell empires.
Don't put Game
Yeah.
of Thrones in One Punch Man. Like,
Rumors. No. I'm not saying I'm putting them both together. Like rumors felling empires is an actual statement. Like it's an idiom. Like it's a widely accepted fact. Rumors do fell empires. But if you watch Game of Thrones, you would see it in action back to back to back to back to back. That one person saying something to the right person makes one other person a superhero.
I mean, look at Shield Hero. That's a good
Yeah.
example.
Like in Shield Hero, they told everyone in the world that that Naofumi was a rapist, and he was like, "Oh, he's a rapist? Okay."
Yeah, and
Like-
now he still has people like not believing him at all.
It's like if he doesn't save them directly, they're like, "Oh, he's a piece of garbage rapist." Can't have that.
and even if he is right about something, like one of the most recent episodes where he's like, she's gonna try and kill Melty, watch, and then she does try and kill Melty. Like,
And everyone's
nobody
still
else-
like, "No, but
Yeah.
but it makes sense because you can control her mind, right?" It's like she
Yeah,
literally
like,
just told you
fucking
this
bullshit.
seconds ago, and no one's heard of this before. Like
Shit.
someone asked her how many points she got in religion because she it really doesn't seem like she studied much.
right? You're not.
I'm about to get off this, John. I'm about to watch Tales of a Shield Hero. And
Yeah, watch the
Black
newest episode,
Clover.
bro. That shit was lit.
Yeah, I was watching it, but then I wasn't watching it because it was playing while I was having that family personal conversation that I was talking about. So I gotta rewatch it, and then I watch Black Clover. That's gonna be my night.
Do see.
So
Dolce
appreciate-
no Cabana.
Don't do that. With your accent of Spanish is so fucking broken. Don't do that. You didn't even say shit.
I mean, Dolce and Cabana is
It's a fucking
it's a
cologne.
brand.
It's a
So,
cologne.
I wasn't speaking Spanish.
It sounded like you
I
were
ref-
trying to.
I refuse to speak Spanish while I have any liquor in my system.
How much
I don't-
liquor do you have in the bottle right now?
Oh god.
Left
Yeah.
about 2 fingers.
Damn, so we did that
Damn.
bad?
Yeah.
What you mean? What did we do? What did we
All
do?
right.
Yeah.
Step 1, you didn't look for any other entrances to the cave. You just went, this cave has one opening, right? Only one opening, right? Let's just walk in. Let's walk straight in. Let's go talk to these ogres. Oh shit, there's more than one ogre. Oh my gosh, there's more than one ogre. What do we do? Oh snap, there are goblins. What do we do? Let's just kill all of them. Let's just talk to these people who are obviously trying to be, quiet. Let's just murder viciously these old goblins and goblin kids and disabled goblin mothers.
Hey,
Let's
they deserved it.
They're just trying to survive.
If
Don't
I
worry.
had not,
That's
if
literally-
I had not killed those ogres, okay, we would have been dead. If I had not missed that javelin, we would not have to fight those ogres. We could have
No.
sneaked into
To be fair, if you guys had went, let's see if there's any other way into this cave to make sure that there's like an alternative route out, or that there's not an alternative way that we can get screwed, like in the first episode of Goblin Slayer. Because that is you guys literally did the exact thing that the party in Goblin Slayer did. The one that ended with murder and rape.
We're
Except we
barely at it.
survived.
Yeah, because you
tell 'em,
have a
tell 'em.
literal demon prince. You have a literal hell prince with you, who is broken beyond all measure. This guy's
Goddamn.
fucking stupid.
I am so mad about that entrance thing. I didn't even think of that. God damn it. Which of course
Alright,
there
that-
is, because Odaro and I just came across a stream.
Yeah, that lets
Alright,
that's the-
outside.
That's step one. What was step two then? Go
What do you
ahead.
mean? I told you 3 things you guys did that made me drink.
And that was step one. You said step one. Da 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 da. Step two. What's
Da, da,
next?
da, 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 da. Oh no! So the first one was you guys not looking for multiple entrances.
Kind of
The
just kicked off the rest
yeah,
of them.
the second one was like after that, and also I drink for compound like, so all the stupid stuff is based on compound, like all the drinks is based on compounded like dumb moves or noob
Water.
moves. So the first one was the walking in the first cave. So the second one being walking up to the goblin casually. That decision, that plan, I had to drink for you guys, not looking for other entrances, and also doing that. So now I was up to 3. And then it was when Odara realized that they were all combatants, that you guys were all like, you guys would all stealth and all try to attack. Was 4 drinks, so that took me up to 7.
I'm confused. Why is that a bad idea?
Because you didn't decide to walk out and look for another entrance.
That's nitpicking.
It is, but huh?
So you're drinking for the same reasons at this point.
Well, no, I said they're
Yeah,
all
he-
compounded.
He just
It's
drinks 'cause he wanted to.
if you make a bad decision and then you make another bad decision because of the first bad decision, it's 2 bad decisions.
Okay, but we still have not.
I'm not saying you
I
guys are
repeat.
bad players. I'm just saying
No, 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 no.
I'm taking
pointing
every
something out.
excuse to drink.
No,
All
no,
of
I'm
them.
not. Look, I'm
That's
not.
what
I'm not
he's trying
saying
to
that.
tell you.
No, I'm not, and I'm not saying that. I'm just realizing that we did not do what Tyrone wanted us to do since the last session to get to know us. We did not get to know each other at one bit for this whole fucking entire session. We
I
just
don't know
been
what
fighting.
you're talking about. I got to know Odaro very well.
You molested
mean-
him. That doesn't count.
God damn it.
It's only molestation when there's no consent.
That
He shrugged.
doesn't count.
He shrugged,
Nigga,
giving
he
consent.
shrugged. That's man. Fuck out of here. Nah, that's just shrugs like, yo, man, get the fuck off me.
I mean, I was like,
I mean, well,
No,
technically, I don't think he could give consent in animal form because he can't speak. And
Somebody just. Oh, I think Tony just said, "How did we leave?" Oh, he explained it. Okay, never mind.
sure did. I feel good
All
right
right.
now. This is awesome.
All
I
right.
feel so bad for molesting Odaro. now.
No, you
So
don't. No,
sorry.
you don't. No, you
No,
don't.
it's cool.
You
It's
know
cool.
what
Your
you know
title
what you remind
protects
me of?
you.
She
You're not
reminds
wrong.
me of. She reminds me of that innocent freaking character in all animes that want to do like fucking sexy molestations towards everybody and all that, and still laugh about it when she's wrong. And
Only when there are
that's what-
breasts involved because they're nice and soft. There's a
You see,
difference.
she's the
Plus-
booby grabber in every anime. She said, "Ooh, this still look good. How do they feel? Oh, I just want to squeeze them. I just want to squeeze them." That's how.
Plus,
Yo,
plus, if Odaro, I don't want to actually make my tiger friend upset. So I don't need my throat ripped out either. But
It's,
yeah,
I wanna-
an intense throating makeout session.
I kind of
Fucking
want to
Christ.
change my logo into like one of your logos because I'm like the only one with no color. It's like it's fucked up.
Then find your own image and send it to me.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm going online.
Yeah, I'm not changing it today.
I don't care. You're gonna get it.
Okay. Whoa, that's what. Whoa.
Wow, tables turned.
Don't take it like that.
Now you're just compounding sexual innuendos.
Damn it!
Don't it
That
don't
was
matter.
not my
You're gonna get it
intention.
in. It don't matter. You're gonna get it anyway.
That wasn't my. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't my
Fuck.
intention.
You're not
man.
doing it any better right now. Like it's
Shut up.
just yeah.
But yeah, Odaro, if I ever get annoying, let me know. Sorry.
Girl,
As long
it's
as you
funny.
don't do that over combat, we're fine.
Yay! Okay.
Wait. So you're saying that it's like completely not okay with you for you to turn into like a tiger and her to like jump on your back and shoot shit while you're fucking shit up? Because that is literally the image
meant
they
petting.
put. Oh,
Yeah, I like petting.
Well,
Or just in
technically,
general annoying.
technically, petting could give you advantage in combat. So, like,
What?
why
Really?
not? Help actions, bro.
I
Let
mean,
me
okay,
calm
if
those
she
nerves
wanted
for
to do it,
you.
I was like, if she did the help action, she could do it like that. I guess.
let me just.
If
I'm
that's how she
helping.
wants to
I'll just stroke the neck. That's helping, right?
Oh my god.
Crit, 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 crit.
Oh my god. Just like morale boost. Plus one. Plus one.
That sounds like terrifying. Who's a good
Oh,
boy?
wait a minute.
You're a good boy. Tear out their throats.
When I turn into a dire wolf, the dire wolf is considered a large beast. She could mount me, and would that count for pack tactics?
Yes.
Hell
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Though
See, like,
granted, I don't know if I would want to put her near combat.
Well, technically, she could be on your. She could be on like the back half of you. So she'd still be that far away.
Okay.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
See,
it's
like,
broken.
this is awesome. Like druid, ranger,
Congratulations, you're now a
partner.
mounted archer.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
so is this like going to be an official strategy? Or are you guys like going to just like officially natural wood elf team up this and you transform
Oh.
she mounts and you just fucking wreck shit?
I said that shit earlier. Like she should jump on his back and do some archery shit while he goes over there and geyser and fucks people up.
Like the
With
only
his
problem,
Have higher movement speed.
the only problem with that is like if Odaro gets hit, like every hit that he takes, there's a chance that she could get knocked off. If he ever has to revert, they both land prone on top of each other and have to have their movement standing up. It has its pros and its cons.
Yeah,
Like
Name
essentially, we'll be using it for like a combo attack or just pretty much circumstantial almost.
hmm
The way I see it, if there's ever a moment where I need range and I don't have it because I'm in animal form, she could just
Yeah.
hop on and run forward and wham.
That's awesome. Druid ranger partnership. Yes.
Wonder Twin Powers activate.
No.
Activate.
No.
It's cool
That is-
because that just means that
Oh,
Xavier
what
gets to
else
transform
powers
into a bucket of water
Oh.
and be useful once
Animal
every
one.
30 episodes.
I'm the animal one.
Not anymore.
But yeah, that's totally the vibe I was